Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Red Wilson Field here, home of the East Division regular season champions, the YD Red Sox, and it is a battle between the two champions of each division here in the Cape Cod League, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, who clinched yesterday with their win over Wareham. They will take on the Red Sox in a game seemingly meaningless, no implications, but still a big opportunity for both of these teams to get some reps here before the playoffs on Tuesday.
Yeah, here for the last game of the regular season. Again, not much playoff indications. Both Hyannis and the YD Red Sox both already clinching first place in their division. Both are going to be regular season Western and Eastern Division champs. But again, another chance. You go into an off day in tomorrow, so you get a chance to get another game in, get some at-bats in, go into the off day, rest up, and then it's going to be the beginning of the wild card playoffs starting on Tuesday. So again, it's going to be more of a bullpen day looking like for the Harbor Hawks for the most part, and pitching staff are not going to eat up too many innings. Again, playoffs right around the corner. You want all your guys to be fresh.
That's about it.
And for Hyannis,
A little bit of feedback, though. What is it, though?
for Hyannis, it is an opportunity with Zay Gutierrez going for them. And sorry, we're just having technical difficulties here, but as now we will have lineups for you. Let's start things off with Hyannis, who's on the road today.
Yeah, for the Harbor Hawks. It's going to be Kane Kepa leading off, Josh Tate hitting second, playing center field, Eddie Pelk playing right field, Cannon Peebles, designated hitter, Dalton Bargo catching. That's going to be JP Acosta playing short, Eddie Saldivar playing third base, and Dawson Bryce playing over at first. And then number 3, Jake Coonan playing second base. Two new guys in the lineup for the Harbor Hawks. Dawson Bryce wearing number 37, and Jake Coonan, the second baseman, wearing number 3.
And for the Harbor Hawks, it's two guys new to the lineup in Dawson Bryce and Jake Coonan, who just finished up their seasons, or I guess in Jake Coonan's case with Keene in the NECBL, he will come in and compete for the starting second base job as the season comes to an end. But we are going to take a short break for the national anthem. When we come back, it will be first pitch here in the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
I think, Dean, they're allowing you to find your own success and your own true independence.
Dean is a whole group of all different kinds of people and communities.
Since I've come to Dean, I've learned a lot of time management skills.
Our community is especially tight-knit, and the majority of our students live on campus. And you are guaranteed 4 years of housing while you attend Dean.
Dean is just full of opportunities for you to embrace, to welcome, so you can change yourself to who you want to be and form your career for the future.
So go through that, all right? Think that way.
Be a bulldog. Have a bulldog mentality in everything you do in life, whether you're playing sports or in the classroom or just socializing around campus.
We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Welcome back here into McKeon Park, or I should say Red Wilson Field here once again. 2 home games in a row, got to get back reacquainted. But the first time Hyannis has been here in quite a while. It's a very low-key atmosphere here with both of these teams just waiting until Tuesday where their playoff hopes will get underway. Both teams will have home field advantage all the way through, at least for YD, as if these two teams were to meet in the finals, YD would have home field advantage with the better record. But either way, Kane Kepley is leading things off for the Harbor Hawks in the spot where he has played most of the season, a season in which he has the franchise record for the most walks drawn in the Wooden Bat era. So he, at the top of that lineup, is on base constantly and always a threat to run when he is on base.
Yeah, a guy who we got to see just last night at McKeon Park, him tie the record, so all eyes are going to be on him as he goes into this one. See if he can work another walk here. He's always working good, long, lengthy at-bats and leads the team in stolen bases this summer as well. So he's been a guy when not only finds his way on, but when he's on, he's such a threat on the base paths.
And after that, it'll be Josh Tate, Eddie Pelk, Cannon Peebles, and Dalton Bargo, and then some newer faces that we haven't really gotten accustomed to yet. JP Acosta been here for about a week. Then Eddie Saldivar, more familiar name, and then 2 new guys in the 8 and 9 spot. It's Dawson Bryce from Merrimack. He is transferring to UNC Charlotte come this fall. And then Jake Coonan, a Princeton student athlete who just finished up a breakout season in the NECBL with Keene. Hit 13 home runs. His previous career high, just 4. So able to do that with a wooden bat. Excited to see what he can bring to this Harbor Hawk lineup.
I think you hit it around the nail. When you look at him, all his spring seasons, a lengthy spring season, it's 4 home runs. And then just in the summer ball season, having 13, a guy that the Harbor Hawks are super excited to have on staff and coming in a big moment here, leading right into playoffs.
And starting on the mound for the YD Red Sox is Caleb Williams out of Rice University. Nico, I'm surprised the Bears let him out of training camp this early.
Yeah, special guest. A guy who, the season already clinching first place, the YD Red Sox, allowing Caleb Williams to make his way over from getting drafted from the Bears and get a couple innings in for the YD Red Sox.
It looks a lot different, though, today. I don't know what it is. Maybe a haircut. 1-0 in there for a strike. First pitch dealt for a strike for Williams. The infield shaded in. It's the third baseman, Ryan Sprock, playing with his toes on the grass. Williams kicks and fires on a fastball high and away. 2-1.
And Kane Kepley just has that effect on the defense. A guy who can walk, who's been swinging it well, but has the speed to be able to drop a bunt. So it's going to bring the third baseman in.
2-1 to Kepley, a hefty hack, and it fouls straight back into the netting, 2-2.
And we've talked about it before, what being able to show bunt does. It brings that third baseman in. It opens up the 6-hole over there down the left side. Now Ryan Sprock not going to be able to have as much range as he was playing behind third base.
And Kane Kepley laces one into center field. It is a base hit to lead off this ball game. Kane Kepley with his first hit of the day and the first hit for the Harbor Hawks in their first at bat. A lot of firsts.
A lot of firsts here in the last game of the regular season. Kane
That's
Kepley.
True poetry. It's funny how that works.
Pass it on.
Pass it on. Kane Kepley leads off first. And Josh Tate takes strike 1 at the knees, 0-1. Would not be surprised if you see Kane Kepley be either ultra aggressive or ultra passive on the base paths. Maybe try to stat pad a little bit in this game that technically has no implications.
And
0-2, fastball swung through by Josh Tate.
And you get a chance to see a team that, you could be the ultimate final, the championship. So Kane Kepley could get his timing down. Again, leads the team in stolen bases with 19.
Pitch dealt low and away.
For Caleb Williams, try to go slider there, try to get Josh Tate to extend the zone up ahead in the count 0-2. Now moves into a 1-2 count.
Looks pretty good out there for a guy that doesn't play baseball. There goes Kepley. Throw is in the dirt, and he's in there sliding head first and in there easily. A ball to Tate. And Kane Kepley has gotten up to 20 stolen bases on the year.
And there it was right there, getting his timing down. Doesn't take Kepley too long, and now passes Ethan Conrad for second in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Now only 6 behind Nick Dumanil.
Hey, if Kane Kepley gets on base a few times today, I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to chase that. 2-2 to Tate, fouled off just a few feet to the right of the plate.
And again, why not? You're in a game where you clinch first, YD's clinch first. It's all about getting timing down and kind of get the gears moving going into playoffs.
So Kane Kepley has the stolen base, leading off second base. Josh Tate in the right-handed batter's box. Williams comes to a set, looks over to Tate once. Turns his head and fires. It's a foul ball straight back over our heads. And off of a car parked right behind us.
It's a good thing that, because it was last time we were here at Red Wilson Field, it was Matt Coates who decided to park his car right in the first row, and he was wondering why there was no cars parked in that first row. He's like, wow, I got a great seat. I'm right. I'm the closest car to the ballpark, but no, Matt Coates. There is a reason for that.
2-2 misses up and away. Now, I'm getting word through my earpiece that was a blue Mazda Syracuse stickers. Blue Mazda Syracuse stickers. Go check on your windshield, as they will walk Josh Tate. I don't know if that was a pitch clock violation or what happened. The pitch was not thrown. And it was a pitch clock violation and one of the more unconventional walks you'll see. Nobody out. Eddie Pelk at the plate takes a strike right at the knees. Josh Tate leads off first. Kane Kepley off second.
It's a lot of speed on the base paths for the Harbor Hawks. First time Kib wins has shown a breaking ball first pitch.
0-1 in the dirt. Now, they say for baseball players, throwing a football is very good for arm health. I wonder if maybe that's what goes into this with Caleb Williams coming from the Bears. Maybe throwing a baseball good for the arm health? 1-0 to Pelk is a strike. That was a 1-1. Goes to 1-2. Williams looks in, ball dangling. Fastball fouled straight back into the backstop, 2-2. What a beautiful day at the ballpark this has turned into. Wind blowing out to left field. It might be loud contact all night long. There go the runners. Swing and a miss from Pelk. It is a strikeout, throw him out. Double play as Kane Kepley gets hosed by Easton Carmichael.
Kane Kepley got a pretty decent jump, but with a left-hander Eddie Pelk in the box, it was a straight view throw for Easton Carmichael behind home plate just in time to get the speedy Kane Kepley.
As Cannon Peebles steps into the left-handed batter's box, the switch-hitting catcher from the Tennessee Volunteers.
And no matter where in the lineup you see Peebles or Dalton Bargo, it seems like the other one follows up the other. Tennessee Volunteer on Tennessee Volunteer.
Cannon Peebles swings through the changeup on the first pitch, 0-1. Another cut and a miss from Peebles. Peebles wearing the old Harbor Hawks helmet as opposed to the typical Tennessee helmet he typically wears from school. Those aren't even the Hawks helmets from last year. 0-2 in the dirt. Beautiful stop by Carmichael to keep it in front of him.
Carmichael's a really fun catcher to watch. It's really good defensively. He's already shown off the quick hands, good exchange, and the arm. Put it right on the money to the third baseman, Sprock. It's not all too often you can get Kane Kepley on a stolen base attempt.
Williams looks in and fires, just misses off the outside corner. Tried to get Peebles to freeze on a backdoor slider, just missed a bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner on second base. Peebles looks at strike 3 down the middle. The slider. And that will do it here from the top of the first inning. Hawks get some action on the base paths, but nothing brewing in the scoring department. 0-0 going to the bottom.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Zay Gutierrez onto the bump for the Harbor Hawks, and he will be catching against pitching to a YD lineup that has been very strong all season long, Nico.
Yeah, the YD Red Sox, again, they've been doing it on the road, at home, as Blake Cavill was the catcher catching Zay Gutierrez. But for the Red Sox, Michael Ball leading off, playing second. Carter Garati, shortstop. Ethan Petrie, we saw just honored, playing right field. Anthony Martinez playing first. Easton Carmichael catching. Ryan Sprague playing third. Talmadge LaCroix, designated hitter. Phoenix Call, a guy who's been here all summer long, been producing for the YD Red Sox in the 8-hole. And Skylar King rounding it up in left field.
And for the Hawks, it's Zay Gutierrez who is making his third start of the summer. And, Nico, he has been very strong to start his year.
Yeah, has 2 starts under his belt so far this summer for the Harbor Hawks. Out of Angelo State University, a D2 in the Lone Star Conference. For him, in his 2 starts, 1.59 ERA and 5 2/3 innings pitched. And not a huge strikeout guy. He's had trouble with command a little bit. That's the only issue he's had. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. But once again, we have an ERA of 1.59. Not too much to complain about as he gets his third start of the summer.
As Bargo makes the throw down to second base. A look at the defense today for the Harbor Hawks. Kane Kepley, Josh Tate, and Eddie Pelk from left to right in the outfield. Eddie Saldivar is playing third base tonight. And then you've got the new guys, J.P. Acosta at short, Coonan at second, Bryce at first, and Bargo catching with Peebles and West getting the night off. First pitch is low to Michael Ball, and it's a 1-0 count.
It's good to give Jackson West and Cannon Peele gets half the night off in the designated hitter role. Jackson West a full night off. It's going to be a long playoffs, no off days.
Foul ball just past us near the concession stand. And it will be caught by Jackson Emis of the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, getting some food from the concession stand, making a play right there, handing it off to a kid.
How about that? Emis, if this were banana ball, that would have been an out that he would have gotten for his teammates. Michael Ball out of the University of Nevada. A .330 hitter, provided some pop as well with 9 homers. As he pops one foul again towards us. This is going to be landed almost in the same spot, just in front of the concession stand. Zay Gutierrez for the Hawks, sporting the blue uniform with orange lettering. The same road uniforms they've worn every game this season.
This wind is really howling to dead center field. We saw it earlier in BP. The ball was absolutely flying out of Red Wilson Field today.
Pitch to Ball, fouled straight back. And we'll do it again on 1-2.
Now breaking ball from Gutierrez. You can see him trying to pull down on it. That one just left up in the zone, backed up on him. But Michael Ball, recognizing it late, that's not going to get the pull down, was able to foul it off. That one stayed up in the zone.
Michael Ball just 10 games with the Red Sox as he hits that one off the cap of the bat, and he's really fighting now.
Yeah, he's fighting, and Gutierrez going right after him. This is going to be his 7th pitch, and it's only a 1-2 count.
Michael Ball this season hitting .294 in his 34 at-bats. Has a homer and 3 RBIs. Gutierrez comes set, deals the 1-2. Pitch well high.
Try to climb the ladder for Gutierrez right there. 1-2. It's Michael Ball fighting off a lot of tough pitches. So trying to get him to extend the zone after you've been pounding the zone over and over. Trying to get him to chase and get a pitcher's pitch right there.
2-2 to Ball. Hit high in the air, deep to center field. Going back, Tate. He's to the wall. He leaps, and it is gone. It's a home run for Michael Ball. A leadoff home run. And YD has the lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first.
And it's almost on cue, Josh Schreiber. We just talked about the wind. You get the ball and you elevate the baseball here this afternoon. That one's just going to cruise on out of here, and that was almost a no-doubter. And just using his hands, extending up the middle, a really hard shot, 90-mile-per-hour exit velo. But on a normal day, does that ball get out? I don't know, but good swing from Michael Ball. Gets the solo shot.
And this is certainly one of the more unique ballparks in the Cape League. The center field is extremely shallow, but high fences. That ball, 360 feet, pretty much to dead center. Nowhere else is that going to be a home run. As this one roped the other way for a base hit, and the first 2 batters of the day for the Red Sox are 1 for 1. It's a single for Carter Garate.
And the Red Sox quickly showing why they were regular season champs. I mean, just come out swinging. They've been hot, and Harbor Hawks have had so much success at home, 15-3, 7-11 on the road once they get on the bus. And for the YD Red Sox, 10-5 at home, but even being a little bit better on the road at a 14-5 record.
Pitch to Ethan Petrie, a changeup that drops underneath the barrel. 0-1. Ethan Petrie certainly up for debate in the MVP conversation. If anything, likely the front runner. 0-1 coming from Gutierrez is low. Bargo checks on Garate at first.
And Petrie's numbers are going to speak for themselves, hitting .361 on base, which has a .479. Almost getting on base 1 out of every 2 times. 11 home runs, 25 RBIs. I mean, the numbers are speaking for themselves so far this summer.
Petrie fouled straight back. And if you ask me, Ethan Petrie probably should easily get the MVP. I think not only that, a big guy in the box, a lot of projectability to the MLB level. He will certainly be a first-round pick when his time is up. 1-2, check to first. Petrie missed the start of the season. He was with the Team USA collegiate team, but not there for long. Made his way back down to YD. It's a ground ball toward the second baseman. Coonan with his first chance as a Harbor Hawk, and Bryce with his first putout. It's a 4-3 out for out number 1.
It's the first time he's been able to get involved in this game. Hasn't had his first AB yet. Ground ball, working towards the glove side, keeps his momentum going to first. Makes a good decision and going just getting the guy at first. It was going to be a close play and able to find a way to get an out there.
Zay Gutierrez, left-on-left matchup with Anthony Martinez. Pitch at the knees. Martinez gives a slight head shake and back into the box, ready for the 0-1 pitch.
Yeah, just recognizing what he saw there. First pitch was a 12-6 curveball from Gutierrez that he has. Flips it on over for strike 1.
Gutierrez checks on Garate. He gets a big secondary lead. Ball in the dirt, but Dalton Bargo keeps it in front.
Bargo, again, we talked about a little earlier, one of 3 catchers. And Bargo is a guy who can really do it all. We've seen him at the corner of the infield. We've seen him in left field. Really good utility man for the Harbor Hawks.
And watching Dalton Bargo as it's a check over to second base from Zay Gutierrez. He lobs it over there with the new rules saying the pitchers have to actually make an attempt.
Yeah, and he avoids a disengagement there, making it believable enough to avoid the one disengagement. So you can pick off, and if you half attempt, you lob it over there. Again, you save him disengagement.
Gutierrez looking at Garate for a long time before dealing, and that one ran up and clipped Anthony Martinez. So runners on first and second now with 1 out for Easton Carmichael. Now, what I was saying about Dalton Bargo, watching him play baseball is like an out-of-body experience. Everywhere that he can play kind of reminds you of the movie Pineapple Express, one might say.
One could say that. Yeah, just a very athletic. Swings the bat well, really does it. And we're seeing him up and down the lineup once again, and he has produced for the Harbor Hawks all summer.
Easton Carmichael, a high fly ball, shallow into right field. Pelk ranging on, losing the hat and making the catch. Tagging was Garate, but decides to bluff and stay at second base. Pelk was ready with a throw.
Good pitch there from Gutierrez after allowing the first 2 YD Red Sox to get on. Well, solo shot in the leadoff spot, and then Anthony Martinez was hit by the pitch, just a pitch ago. Great job getting back in the zone, and the hit by pitch from Anthony Martinez, I can see the mindset there. He's trying to throw the breaking ball first pitch, was good riding on the hands. He tried to put a fastball and hide it, have it sneak inside. That one just missing a little bit arm side to him. He catches the left hand on Martinez.
So now runners on first and second, Anthony Martinez and Garate for Ryan Sprock, the third baseman today. Sprock looks at the pitch outside, 1-0.
And with playoffs coming up, we'll see how the Harbor Hawks and the YD Red Sox attack this ball game. Is it going to be a bullpen style and have a lot of pitchers throw about 1 or 2 innings, or is it going to be a lengthy outing from anybody? So interested to see how this game will play out.
Pitch in the dirt. Bargo down there, 2-0 to make the stop.
And the Harbor Hawks on the field could do a bullpen style or long innings, but for the broadcast booth, it's going to be a bullpen style broadcast, as it's going to be me and you, Nico Sharp, Josh Schreiber alongside next to me, starting the ball game for 2 innings, and then it's going to be bullpen style from there. Let some different voices be heard tonight.
Swing and a miss from Sprock. Yeah, I'm excited to hear some of our producers, a sideline reporter. We won't spoil names yet. We'll let them introduce themselves, but it should be a fun one.
And it's going to be familiar names that you've heard all summer long, so it's going to be really exciting to watch them put the headset on and be able to talk baseball with you guys.
Line drive into deep left field. Kane Kepley ranging over to his left to make the play. Just a few feet in front of the wall. So Hyannis does get out of trouble, but they give up a run. It's 1-0 Red Sox going into the second.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Back in the top of the second inning, Dalton Bargo to lead things off for the Hawks. JP Acosta, Eddie Saldivar due up next.
Yeah, so one of the Tennessee Volunteers already in Cannon Peebles. Now it's going to be left-handed hitting Dalton Bargo. Again, the utility man for the Harbor Hawks behind home plate tonight.
First pitch to Bargo, misses outside. Caleb Williams back out there for a second inning of work.
Yeah, Caleb Williams, a right-hander freshman from Rice.
It's funny, I remember it being USC in Oklahoma, but who knows? 2-0 coming to Bargo. Misses outside.
And weather could play a factor as we go throughout this ball game. Rain, chances in the forecast.
Well, weather plays a factor in many aspects of life. You could be talking about driving. 3-0 is a strike to Bargo. I mean, even if it's a nice day, weather will be a factor. 3-1 coming to Bargo. Williams deals, pitch is outside, and Dalton Bargo is on base. The second inning in a row where Hyannis has had their leadoff runner on first.
Yeah, and the first inning was Kane Kep with the base hit to left center, and that time Bargo working a walk. And when I say weather will be a factor, maybe a factor that could cut the game short. Josh Schreiber, the rain chance in the forecast, slight thunderstorms possibly in the air. Sun is being covered by a lot of clouds. See some rain clouds around the distance.
And hey, you can see these clouds from Cotuit as well. We know that rain will likely hit there first. They are taking on Bourne today.
Yeah, luckily for the Harbor Hawks, you took care of business last night against the Wareham Gatemen, clinching first place. Don't have to do any scoreboard watching. But for everyone else in the West, those are going to be really big games tonight.
Yeah, we all know that the West Division, when you get to the playoffs, is really a toss-up. 1 through 4 does not matter the seed. But when you've got Cotuit, Hyannis clinching the 1 and 2 seed, Hyannis, of course, in the 1 as a strike to Acosta, it's 1 and 2. Hyannis at the 1, Cotuit at the 2. We'll see who's playing who. 3 and 4 with Wareham and Bourne figuring that out tonight. 1-2 to Acosta, line drive to the right side, and it's a diving attempt by the second baseman, Michael Ball. Rounding second and going to third is Dalton Bargo. A really nice piece of hitting by Acosta to get the base hit, and nice base running by Bargo to take the turn.
Yeah, it's good aggressive base running. It was a ground ball that was hit right past the diving glove of Michael Ball and wasn't hit all that hard once it got past the infield. So Bargo, understanding that, never stopped after rounding second base and able to get into third easily.
Now for Eddie Saldivar at the plate now, Fresno State. He is a player that they trust in the lineup. Does not strike out much, puts the ball in play, will hit for average. As the pitch is a little below the knees, 1-0 from Williams.
And Williams attacking these left-handed hitters. It's been first pitch breaking ball to most of these guys, and gets behind the count 1-0 to another left-handed batter, Eddie Saldivar.
Check over to first as Acosta dives back in safely. See how aggressive Hyannis gets here. Maybe work on a first and third designed play. Acosta back in standing this time. Eddie Saldivar. 1-0 pitch, cut on and foul tipped back behind home plate. It's a hard brick wall as the backstop here at YD, so anything that goes back, Dalton Bargo may hesitate before heading home. 1-1 to Saldivar. Popped up high in left field, ranging over is King to make the catch, and there is one away.
It's a big pitch there from Caleb Williams. Just handcuffing the left-handed bat of Eddie Saldivar. Saldivar trying to go the other way. Not deep enough for Bargo to be able to score home.
And it'll be our first opportunity to see Dawson Bryce at the plate, first baseman today out of Merrimack. A teammate of Harbor Hawk catcher and bullpen catcher, or former bullpen catcher, George Athanasiadis. George playing in the Northwoods League this summer. As the pitch at the knees to Bryce called a strike. Pitch from Williams. Again, a high fly ball. It's hit deep to left. Going back is King, and it's off the wall. Scoring is Bargo. Going to third base is J.P. Acosta, and it is a loud RBI double for Dawson Bryce in his first at-bat as a Harbor Hawk.
And that's another loud swing in a Harbor Hawk debut. We saw him, Blake Cavill, in his first at-bat, hit a home run. Great swing from Dawson Bryce, on time with the breaking ball, counted out front, hit it over the left fielder's head in King, and his first AB gets his first hit, gets his first RBI.
So now another new face here, Jake Coonan out of Princeton. He takes a strike inside, 1-0.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit in the little pregame show we had, as well as off air, of how excited we are that Jake Coonan has been added to this lineup, and the numbers that he put up in the summer ball speak for themselves.
1-0, a big hack from Coonan, but a miss. It's 1-1. Runners on second and third are Dawson Bryce and J.P. Acosta. Only one out. Infield playing normal depth. Foul ball off to the left side. Now, Jake Coonan is a very interesting story. He only had 4 home runs in 45 games with the Princeton Tigers in the 2024 season. He then went to a wooden bat league, the NECBL, which is arguably the second best summer league there is, as going down swinging is Coonan. But he hit 13 home runs there with the wooden bat. Those numbers not inflated by any sort of weird ballpark stuff. Keene played at an average ballpark that you'd see here in the Cape League. But able to put on some pop, and hopefully we'll get to talk to him shortly about that. So he does go down swinging. And it brings up Kane Kepley now with 2 outs and runners on second and third base. Josh Tate looking over here to the broadcast. He's standing in the on-deck circle about 3 feet from us, and Kane Kepley gets beamed by the pitch from Williams, and it will load the bases for the pickleball enthusiast Josh Tate.
Josh Tate in his time with the Harbor Hawks have been swinging it very well, and he's been, again, another player like Kane Kepley who finds his way on any way he can, a lot of speed on the base paths. And when you have Josh Tate and Kane Kepley out there, I mean, they cover so much ground.
Yeah, they certainly do, as we'll have what was almost a mound visit, as Easton Carmichael went about halfway from the catcher to the pitcher before retreating back to his spot. So Josh Tate, as the bases loaded with 2 outs. First pitch to him misses low, and Caleb Williams in a bit of trouble, but just given up 1 run so far this inning. Hyannis has 1 run on 3 hits. YD 1 on 2. The 1-0 pitch coming to Tate. Pitch high. 2-0.
And we talked about Josh Tate looking over at us, smiling. We're right behind the on-deck hitters.
Oh, they can hear everything we say.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's been 2 interactions so far. We saw Josh Tate look over at us, and then Cannon Peebles gave us a little point before his first AB.
Josh Tate pops one up in the infield. Ball ranging in. He'll get called off by Garate for the 3rd out. So Hyannis does strike back. They score 1 run in the top of the 2nd inning. Going to the bottom, knotted up.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Come here, girl.
1-1, bottom of the 2nd inning. Zay Gutierrez in pitching for the Harbor Hawks, his 2nd inning of work. As there's a high fly ball hit deep to right field. No, I'm just kidding. The game hasn't started yet. As now, Talmadge LaCroix steps in, the South Carolina native.
Had a little Justin Timberlake playing in between innings. That was good. That was a good little vibe. People over here in Red Wilson Field loving it.
First pitch to LaCroix, fouled straight back into the netting.
Also, I'm sure they loved your practice call.
Just preparing for when the Harbor Hawks come up in the bottom of the 9th in the playoffs. Had to get my reps in early.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we're not on for all 9. Again, it's going to be a little bit of a mix-up today, so stay with us to find out who's here in the top of the 3rd.
I have a feeling it won't be Caleb Williams. Pitch is outside.
Any guess on who it could be?
I was going to say Jackie Bradley Jr., but that would just be a lie.
Yeah, no, it's not Jackie.
Former Harbor Hawk, by the way. Pitch is up. 2-1 now to LaCroix. LaCroix, 39 at-bats for YD, has been very solid, 359. As he fouls one towards the YD dugout. They can't make the play on it.
And when Gutierrez has that changeup working, he loves to throw it to the right-handed hitters. And when he puts a fastball early in the count, they can use that changeup late. It plays so well off each other. And that's been his strikeout pitch so far this summer.
2-2, and LaCroix fouls one back at the feet of Bargo.
Matt Coates making his way to the concession stand. See, he got some chips. Did he get a donut burger? Or?
I don't know. I hope not.
He did. He did have it.
He did. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get one right after this.
I'm getting it in my earpiece that he
foul
did.
Ball straight back.
So Matt Coates, I'm hearing it in my earpiece. The rating was very high, and yeah,
I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. Because I'm going to have it soon. Jacob Irons gave it a 9 out of 10. Kind of an amateur score, but I believe him. Pitch is low, and Talmadge LaCroix working himself a really nice at-bat now. This will be the 8th pitch coming up from Gutierrez.
Jacob Barnes getting the night off.
What a slacker. I'm telling you. They just don't have the mental toughness anymore. 3-2 swing and a miss. Talmadge LaCroix goes down with the K. It'll be the first strikeout for Zay Gutierrez, and there's the first out of the 2nd inning.
And almost on cue, he goes back-to-back fastballs, which LaCroix is able to foul off, and it's just that changeup that plays so well. Gets the designated here off on his front foot and not able to extend his hands.
As now it will be the center fielder today, Phoenix Call. Pitch low beneath the knees, 1-0. Now, for Call, he was a 15th round draft pick in 2023 by the Boston Red Sox. Decided not to sign and attend UCLA, as it is a check swing from him. They say he went around.
That's a good breaking ball from Gutierrez down the zone. It's been a while since we're at Red Wilson Field. Last time we were here, it was, you look up the middle, it was Phoenix Call and Viva Aloy.
Yeah.
At shortstop.
Harbor Hawk killer. 1-1, a cut and a miss. That time a changeup, Nico. Another one against the right-handed hitter.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot, and it's working well for him so far. And haven't seen him go back-to-back changeups yet in this ball game. We'll see how he attacks it after going low and away on the changeup.
1-2 to Call. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. As the umpire Marati says, yes, he did. And it is a swinging strikeout. Gutierrez has 2 Ks here in the 2nd inning.
And it's good to see from Gutierrez, after seeing 6 hitters in that first inning, be able to go right back in there and find some success here in the second. Back-to-back strikeouts, now facing another lefty in King.
2 outs now. The pitch is popped up in foul territory. Saldivar has plenty of room to make the play. And there's the 3rd out of the 2nd inning. Nico Sharp and I signing off for the regular season. We're going to the bullpen here in the broadcast booth. You'll catch us in the top of the 3rd.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Coates here on Play-by-Play next to Chase Avery, my color commentator, as number 14 just took a ball low and outside there.
Matt, it's great to be here with you.
Chase, super excited, guys. Thanks for listening here with us. There's a pitch on the inside half of the plate, called for a strike there. 1-1 is the count.
First time on air with the great Matt Coates.
I know, super excited, Chase. Hopefully you are excited to be here with me.
Oh, of course.
Eddie Pelk takes one lone inside. It's going to be a 2-1 count. Ball game 1-1 here in the top of the third inning. Nice weather day here at Red Wilson Field, Chase.
Gorgeous. Yeah, a little cloudy, but sun's peeking through.
Swinging a foul ball straight behind home plate. Just avoided a car there, Chase. Dangerous parking situation here at Red Wilson. If you were right behind home plate in those first few rows, you're in danger. 2-2 count here. It's Caleb Williams ready to throw the pitch. It's going to ring him up for strike 3 on a high outside part of the plate. Going down looking.
Right there, Eddie's just got to shorten up his approach. Got to at least attempt for a swing. That was close. A little outside, but definitely could be called a strike.
For sure, tough to go down there looking. With 2 strikes, got to be ready to foul off, stay alive. But stepping into the plate, it's going to be Cannon Peebles, switch hitter on the left side of the plate, going against Williams, the right-handed pitcher out of Rice. First pitch just below the knees. That's going to be taken for a ball, 1-0 count here.
I love that we have 2 Tennessee Volunteers back-to-back hitting. National champions, Tennessee Volunteers.
Swung on and driven deep to right center field. No one giving chase, and that is out of here. Cannon Peebles with a solo shot in the top of the third inning. Hyannis Harbor Hawks 2-1 lead. My goodness, Chase.
And speaking of national champions, that was a national champion swing right there.
Complete national champion swing, game 40, as these Tennessee Volunteers are gearing up for another postseason run this summer. My goodness.
Peebles has been great for us this summer, and he just continues to rake and do a great job for this Hyannis Harbor Hawks baseball club.
He's been great for us this summer. Mitch Carricker has raved about his defense, how his framework is really helping this pitching staff. And right there, he just showed some absolute life in the left side of the box there. No outfielders even giving chase there. As Dalton Bargo's in the plate, just took a pitch inside for strike 1.
Dalton Bargo always comes to the ballpark with a great attitude, has a great personality, and a great ball player. Let's see if he can.
And he swings and drives one to the same spot as his teammate, right center field. Once again, Chase Avery, that is out of here. 3-1 lead for this Hyannis Harbor Hawks team. My goodness, these Volunteers just like to heat up around playoff time.
What did I say, Matt Coates? Isn't it great that we have 2 back-to-back national champions hitting back-to-back, and that's 2 national champion swings for home runs, deep right field, both. Wow.
You said it. It's great to have them back-to-back in the lineup, and it's even better to have them hitting back-to-back home runs to give the Hawks a 3-1 lead here. My goodness, Josh Schreiber handing off the mic at a wrong time, Chase. He's missing all of the action as J.P. Acosta, the Fresno City College player, steps into the box. Going to take one inside on the plate for strike 1 there. Back-to-back homers for Tennessee Volunteers. JP, not a Volunteer. Maybe he can make it 3 in a row, though, Chase. And he swings, drives one to the left fielder. He's going to take a few steps forward and make an out. Unfortunately, not going to be 3 straight homers, just there's 2 outs in the inning there for the Harbor Hawks. But some good contact, put a good swing on the ball. Made the left fielder make the play.
Yeah, great swing. I'd take that swing 9 times out of 10. I mean, he got his hands inside. It was an inside-out swing. Took it opposite field. Righty-lefty matchup, and just was hit a little bit too hard right to the left fielder.
Eddie Salvador is going to be in the plate now in the left-handed batter's box, facing the righty. Oh, and that's going to be a pitch inside, and he's going to wear that one on the hip, taking the free base. 1 pitch, 1 hit-by pitch there for Mr. Salvador. He's going to scoot on over.
Second hit-by pitch today for the Harbor Hawks. Kane Kepley was hit earlier in today's game by Caleb Williams. So we'll see if YD decides to maybe go out there and talk with them. If the Harbor Hawks get another man on base here, but right now, got number 6 up and see what he can do.
Yep, that's classic Harbor Hawk baseball there,
Yes.
Chase Avery. Getting hit by pitch, getting on base any way you can. That's going to be Dawson Bryce, the UNC Charlotte product, in the box here. Right-hander, righty-on-righty matchup as the throw over to first place. Salvador is going to get back standing Not really a challenge there for him. He was ready for that. Squaring up for the 0-1 pitch here is Dawson. Caleb giving a little look over to first base. He's going to deliver to home plate now. That's going to be swung through and missed. 0-2 count here for the new Harbor Hawk and Dawson Bryce. Chase, you're a big Chicago Bears fan.
Of course, huge.
Is it safe to say this Caleb Williams might have a little bit less accuracy than your new QB1?
Well, I would hope that the Bears' Caleb Williams maybe does a little bit better of a job.
As that pitch is low and outside, going to be a 1-2 count here. Hopefully, I mean, the $25.5 million signing bonus, you're going to hope that guy can deliver some good balls here. But only time's going to tell. Going to be an exciting season in Chicago at Soldier Field. As Williams is ready to throw the pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's going to be a strikeout to end the half inning. But the Harbor Hawks do not leave empty-handed. 2 volunteers up, 2 volunteers leaving the yard. Harbor Hawks up 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the third.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings. They're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Can we share this?
We're in for the bottom of the third inning. Here with a new Hyannis Harbor Hawks pitcher. Coming onto the mound, number 29, Paul Schmitz. Right-handed pitcher out of Germany. Pitcher for the University of Houston. So far on Cape Cod, through 2 appearances, 4 innings pitched. 5 hits allowed, 3 earned runs allowed. 6 walks, 8 strikeouts. Chase, been a tale of 2 appearances for Schmitz. First Cape Cod Baseball League appearance was against the Bourne Braves. Tough outing there, allowing 3 runs, which would inevitably lead to a loss for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. But in his next outing, came back, looked like he had more confidence, and was willing to attack the zone more there.
Yes. Paul Schmitz, 6'8", 240. Could be a great NFL tight end if he wanted to be, maybe, but he's a great pitcher, and I'm excited to see what he can do for the Harbor Hawks here. From Germany, which is crazy. You don't really get much German baseball players. But, yeah, we'll see what Paul can do. But I want to take you back to last inning. National champions Cannon Peebles and
Dalton Bargo,
back-to-back home runs. And here this season, the regular season, the Harbor Hawks have only hit back-to-back home runs twice. Both here at Red Wilson Field against the YD Red Sox, and both when Chase Avery was broadcasting. So
Chase,
maybe this is good luck.
Every time we're at Red Wilson, we're going to need to get you on the mic, it appears. Those 2 Harbor Hawks, all the way back in July 3rd to break up a no-hitter there, Chase Avery. That was Wallace Clark and Alex Lodis leaving the yard, 2 great infielders that have since left the team, but they made their mark known when they were here, that's for sure. As the first pitch is delivered to Michael Ball. It's going to be taken low and outside for ball 1 in this count.
A little bit more wind blowing out here to center field.
That second pitch is going to be fouled straight back towards the scout section right behind home plate here at Red Wilson Field. Even the count at 1-1 here for Ball versus Schmitz.
Yeah, like Nico said earlier in today's game, the outfield walls are definitely a lot more shallow than most fields that we play at here, and the wind's blowing out. I'm sure we'll be
Ball pops a bunt up. Dalton Bargo is going to mosey on over and snag that for the first out of the inning. Big out there for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks as in his first plate appearance. Michael Ball went all the way and dropped the ball over the wall. So big out there to prevent him from doing more of the same.
Interesting. I wasn't really expecting him to bunt, and like I was saying, wind's blowing out. I feel like I'd want my guys to put a good swing on the ball and see what could happen, down 2, but you know, small ball is definitely still well and alive, especially in the Cape League.
For sure, as a pitch is delivered in for a strike against Carter Garay for Paul Schmitz. It's going to be swung on and hit towards the first baseman. Great play. Paul Schmitz covering first. And he's going to get a very close out there against the speedy runner coming out of the box. 2 down here for the Harbor Hawks in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Great half-inning start for Paul Schmitz right now. 2 very quick outs. And I would have to say that Paul Schmitz probably has the best cleat game on the Harbor Hawks. Just looking at what he's got on the mound. They're like Air Force Ones, like all white. And but they're cleats. They're high top. Those are pretty crazy.
Going to be hard to argue with that there. Schmitz is looking good in those white, potentially Jordans, as it's going to be swung on, fouled straight back once again. 0-1 count against Ethan Petrie here, who just won the Cape Cod Baseball League Pro Prospect of the Year award heading into this affair. So congratulations to Petrie. Well deserving of that award.
Yeah, Petrie's been great all season. He potentially win Cape Cod Baseball League MVP. We'll see, but he's done a great job for this YD Red Sox team.
Second pitch is going to be low outside to even the count at 1-1 here. Petrie with a good take there, staying disciplined here this at bat. Schmitz ready to deliver the next pitch. It's going to be swung on by Petrie, just past the shortstop, getting into left field. He's going to get a clean single there, get back safely to first base. 1 on with 2 outs. So YD Red Sox look to crawl back into this game, erasing the 2-run deficit that they just gave up at the top of the 3rd inning.
Third base for Hyannis was hugging the line there. I think if he was a little bit over, more closer towards short, he could have had a chance to make a play. Now he's set up a little bit closer to short, but it's a great swing by Petrie there.
Coming in as a left-hander, Anthony Martinez takes the first pitch from Schmitz inside, but it's going to be a strike. 0-1 count here. That's Salvador who's playing at third there for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Well hit ball. Tough play to make for either the shortstop or the third baseman. Just got through there. It's all right. Schmitz has been working well so far. Hopefully get out of this inning unscathed. So deliver one high and outside. Just going to look at that one, make the count even at 1-1 here. It's interesting to see Schmitz approach. Like we mentioned, tough first outing, but he looked more confident in the second one. So he delivers a pitch here, swung on and fouled, out of play. It's going to be a 1-2 count here for the Hawks. And in his more recent appearances, including today, looks more confident attacking the zone and getting some quick outs. Very big to have all your arms working. As the Hawks, 1 seeded in the Western Division, are going to look to make a postseason run, Chase.
Yes, I think Hyannis wants their pitchers to have quick outings, get quick outs because they want them well rested going into the playoffs.
As Schmitz delivers a pitch right at the shortstop, J.P. Acosta making a phenomenal play, tosses the ball to his infield partner, get the force out at second base. Gets out of there unscathed. Paul Schmitz with a good performance, limiting the base paths and getting out of there. So we're going to head to the top of the 4th inning. Still 3-1 Harbor Hawks thanks to our Tennessee Volunteers.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
New inning here for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. And with that, a new color commentator, Mike Maynard. Welcome to the 2024 Hyannis Harbor Hawks broadcast booth.
Happy to be here, Matt. Really exciting. Been the team for 3 years now. I believe last year me and you got on a color commentary of the game in Bourne, last game of the season last year. So great to be back in the booth. You guys do great work over here. Excited this is a good game so far. Excited to see what happens this inning too.
Yeah, hopefully we can get the same luck that Chase Avery and I had in the top of the third inning. Maybe see some back-to-back homers. As Mike, new color commentator in the box, we're going to see a new Harbor Hawk in the box here. Jake Coonan, the second baseman, stepping into the right-handed batter's box, still facing Caleb Williams, righty out of Rice. So pitch is delivered, going to be swung through and missed. 0-1 count here for the Hawks.
Great for Jake Coonan to get some work here in this final game of the regular season. Obviously a new guy. Getting some work in his last game right before the playoffs.
Jake Coonan, the Princeton baseball product there, is going to take a pitch, and that's going to be a 1-1 count here. Williams loading up here to throw the pitch. Pitch delivered low, right at the knees, going to take that first strike. 1-2 count here. Mike, our viewers at home can't see, but Jake Coonan loads up very heavily on that back leg here, and he credits that to his success. Got him from the NECBL where he hit 13 home runs this summer, which is so phenomenal to see in a Wood Bat League. Hawks looking for him to translate that power to the premier summer league, Cape Cod Baseball League.
Yeah, it'd be great to get a couple home runs here in the playoff run as well.
Certainly here as he sees the ball for a 2-2 count. Swing on it, going to foul it off his foot there. Hopping on that right foot a little bit, took that one off the left foot. But he stays alive, 2-2 count here for the new Hawk.
Caleb Williams gets up there. He's pretty quick with his windup here, ready to go. In his first real Cape League outing, obviously he had a third of an inning pitch, but really getting some innings here against the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, if you guys watch the parking lot preview, you'll see that Williams only had a third of an innings pitch thus far as he delivers another pitch. Going to be high in the zone here. Count is full at 3-2. But now he's getting some length here, Mike. Pitching 3+ innings so far. He's trying to work his way through the Hawks order. That's going to be swung on, driven to center field. Left fielder and center fielder going over. They're not going to collide. That's going to be a deep fly out to left center field there for Jake Coonan.
Dangerous ball there, almost collided. They're high-fiving out there in left center field right now, the left fielder and the center fielder for the Red Sox, but almost collided with each other, able to make the play.
Able to make a play indeed as a Harbor Hawk who is very much not new steps into the left-handed batter's box. It's going to be Kane Kepley, setting a record last night. Most walks for Hyannis Harbor Hawk in the Wood Bat era with 38. Well-deserving for Kane, who's going to watch a pitch come in on the inside part of the plate for strike one. Williams, Mike, has been working ahead in the count a lot, like you said, not taking a lot of time. Not going to get any of those pitch clock violations, but he is going to get some first pitch strikes, it appears. This one delivered low and outside, going to even the count at 1 for Kane Kepley. Such a disciplined hitter, as we saw with him setting the walk record.
100%. If we learn one thing about Kane Kepley, that's going to be that he takes pitches at a high rate and makes you pitch to him.
Oh, going to take that one. It's going to hit him in the foot. Kane Kepley's going to get the free base once again in this game. Looked like he was wincing for a second, but he gets up smiling. He's going to get his way over to first place. Just like you mentioned, he's going to make you pitch to him. Second time hit by pitch today for Kane Kepley.
Guy gets on base any way possible. A lot of walks. Obviously, you mentioned him breaking the record last night. He's willing to get hit by a pitch, too. He'll lean into one if he needs, and anything to get on base and use his speed to also steal some bases as well. It's a huge threat for this Harbor Hawks lineup, and it creates a lot of runs.
With Josh Tate walking up to the plate, we see Scott Pickler coming in for a mound visit. Looks like he's going to make a call to the bullpen here for the YD Red Sox. When we come back, we'll give you some info on the new pitcher right here. Harbor Hawks up 3-1, top of the fourth.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Coming in to pitch for these YD Red Sox, number 27, Daniel Powell, Kennesaw State pitcher out of Atlanta, Georgia, Mike, who's making his Cape Cod Baseball League debut right now. Talk to me about Powell.
Yeah, so making his Cape Cod Baseball League debut, but he did pitch this summer with the Charlottesville Tom Sox, not the Red Sox, the Tom Sox in the Valley League. And, got some work there, 16 1/3 innings pitched there. Was more of a bullpen guy. Got 5 saves on his season with the team in the Summer League. A 1.65 ERA, though. Pretty good for him coming out of Kennesaw State. So he's got some work this summer. He's not coming in cold. But you mentioned it, doesn't have that experience yet in the Cape Cod Baseball League. We'll see what he's able to do tonight.
Good numbers there with the Charlotte Tom Sox, Mike. Potentially a guy who likes pitching for Sox. So maybe with the YD Red Sox, he continues that performance, but not if Josh Tate has anything to say about it. Stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Little righty-on-righty matchup here with 1 out, and Kane Kepley, the speedy Kane Kepley, lurking at first base.
Going to be hard to turn 2 against these two guys, Tate and Kepley here.
As Kepley goes to steal, will make it without a throw. As the catcher drops the ball behind the plate. Kane Kepley getting there safely, sliding into second base here. Tate maybe changing that approach here as he has a runner in scoring position and a 1-0 count here.
I'm going to give a shout out to Sam Fosberg really quick, one of the writers with the Harbor Hawks here. We're writing a story, end of the season recap. He was going to input the stats for Kane Kepley's stolen bases, and he was like, hold on, I can't do that yet. He might steal one. He's got 2 already tonight.
Sam Fosberg knows what he's talking about as Josh Tate swings and fouls one back, coming right towards us. Going to stay in play, though. And caught by the catcher Easton Carmichael right in front of that Hyannis Harbor Hawks dugout. Going to be 2 down now with Kane Kepley still at second. And coming in to hit number 14, Grand Canyon University product, Eddie Pelk.
I thought I could have caught that one, honestly. Off the bat, it looked like it was coming right at us.
I said that I potentially misinformed the viewers. I thought it was going to be a Mike Maynard versus Matt Coates battle, playing banana ball, trying to get that out there. Obviously, we'd drop it because we don't want the Harbor Hawks to get out.
Right.
But unfortunately, he stayed in play. Easton Carmichael with a great play. Now it's up to Eddie Pelk to try to get a 2-out rally going here for the Hawks.
We've learned from Blake Cavell not to catch those balls when the Harbor Hawks are hitting foul ones towards us.
So the pitch is in. Going to be taken. Ball 1-0 count here to Mr. Pelk. Blake even told me that when you catch the ball in Savannah and banana ball as a fan, they let you come on the field and laugh at the player who flies out to you. So it's not what you want to do. Do not hit foul balls in banana ball. Second pitch, low and inside, 2-0 count here. Eddie Pelk fully in control of this count. Let's see if he's taking this next pitch or if he's going to swing at this one.
Got Kepley in scoring position. Obviously, anything that gets out of the infield will probably score him with his speed.
With 2 outs, you know he's going to be running on contact here. As the pitch goes, Pelk swinging, fouling straight back. Good thing we have good netting here at Red Wilson Field, Mike, because we've seen a lot of balls fouled straight back, straight back, straight back. Eddie Pelk doing it once again here, 2-1 count.
Very strong netting. Looks like they have advertising at Netting Pros down behind home plate there for the superior netting that they have here at Red Wilson Field.
Pitch is going to come in now. Going to be taken off the foot. Another hit by pitch here for this Hyannis Harbor Hawks team. This is unofficial, Mike, but I think all the hit by pitches have hit our players in the foot as Eddie Pelk, after wincing a little bit, is going to jot on over to first base. As I'm hearing in my earpiece that is not true, in fact. I do remember, I believe it was Eddie Salvador took one off the hip. Kepley also got hit in the back, so I was just completely wrong, Mike. And I also, at the same time, got word in my earpiece that this is MLB netting. So this same strong netting we see in front of us, you can see at Citi Field, any other ballpark, Petco Park.
That's really exciting.
Anything else.
That's awesome to hear.
As Cannon Peebles steps up to the plate. Mike, do you remember what Cannon did last time?
I remember he hit a home run pretty far into the neighbor's backyard over there in right field, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you are not mistaken. The Tennessee Volunteer most certainly went yard last time he was at the plate. And Daniel Powell clearly remembers that as he throws one very high and very outside. Going to be a 1-0 count here.
I wouldn't pitch to him either, honestly. And you look on deck, Dalton Bargo.
Also hit a homer. That one's going to catch the outside corner. Going to be a 1-1 count here to the national champion. 2 runners on now for the Hawks. Speedy Kepley at second. Eddie Salvador at first with 2 outs. Interesting to see what Cannon Peebles can do here. Another one high and outside there. Going to be a 2-1 count in favor of the Harbor Hawk at the plate here. A lot of left-handers in the lineup today, Mike. Mitch Carricker preparing for that right-to-left matchup, as we've seen 2 right-handed pitchers for the YD Red Sox so far in this contest.
Maybe anticipating something that he might see in the first round.
Potentially, as that one's going to come low and inside. Cannon's going to skirt out of the way of that, so he's not another Harbor Hawk to get hit in the foot. He's staying alive here. 3-1 count.
You know, Cannon Peebles, we've been waiting for him to kind of show his resurgence after the number change. We saw him change numbers about a week or so back, and looks like he kind of got it in his groove tonight, right at the right time, right before the playoffs start tomorrow, or 2 days from now.
As that pitch is going to be high, and Peebles is not going to be able to check that swing. He's going to go around. Full count here, 3-2, 2 outs. Mike, getting hot at the right time is Mr. Peebles. 2 for 5 last night as well, I believe. 2 RBIs for himself. Really a great player who's finding grass now, which could be instrumental to a potential Hawks playoff run. As the count's full, the pitch is in, and Peebles is going to foul that one straight back at the MLB netting here at Red Wilson Field. Staying alive. Going to adjust those batting gloves and get in for another pitch in this full count.
Runners will be on the move here. You got Kepley at second base and Eddie Pelk over at first. 2 guys with pretty good speed. Peebles looking to get something. You mentioned finding that grass. He's looking to find that grass again here and hopefully drive in a runner, maybe 2.
Run for the 7th pitch at bat. Cannon Peebles is going to swing, and that one's going to go over down the right field line, but going to fall out of play. As you mentioned it, those runners were going to be in play. Kane Kepley on a foul ball almost made it to home plate there. We know he's running, as was Eddie Salvador. But no dice. Ball went out of play. We're going to have to get back to our bases, maybe panting a little bit from that hard run as Cannon Peebles looks to see another one.
Hopefully they've been working on their conditioning. I'm sure they have been. Kane Kepley steals a lot of bases. I'm sure he's well equipped to go back to a base if there's a foul ball.
I'd have to agree there, Mike. As we get ready for the 8th pitch to the at-bat here to the Tennessee Volunteer. He's going to swing and drive that one to right field, but right out of YD Red Sox. That's going to end the half inning here. Heading towards the bottom of the 4th. Hawks threatened, but unable to get anything across there. Heading to the home half of the 4th inning.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Out for a 2nd inning of work, number 29, the German himself, Paul Schmitz, in his 1 inning so far. Only 1 hit allowed. Came out unscathed, keeping the Harbor Hawks ahead by 2 runs in this game. Hopefully, Mike, we see more of the same in this frame.
Paul definitely had a great outing in his last outing a few days ago. Definitely looking to continue his success, and so far has been going so well hopefully he's able to continue to shut down this Red Sox lineup, which has a lot of batters that, can do some damage here. So it'll be interesting. But he looks ready. He looks ready to go. Using that big frame to get some velo on his pitches and hopefully get him by all the Red Sox coming up to the plate.
Not going to be an easy task to start this half inning as he goes against the catcher, Ethan Carmichael, who's going to swing through the first pitch. 0-1 count here to start this frame. Mike, we've talked to Mitch Carragher a lot this season, and we've heard him say a lot. He wants his pitchers to get ahead in the count. Paul Schmitz attacking the zone here today, getting ahead in these counts. Second pitch is delivered and swung on, sent right back towards the Cars. Luckily, once again, Mike, they look to all stay safe. Ethan Carmichael, though, might not be safe. 0-2 count here.
That one got right over the netting, the MLB netting. Just not tall enough. Needed about a foot more of that netting and would have saved someone's car from a little bit of damage maybe.
Schmitz delivers just outside that one. Great take there by Carmichael. Going to be a 1-2 count here. Getting a bit friendlier for him. Schmitz getting ready to deal here. Tosses that one low and outside. Great take by Carmichael. Once again, counts even here at 2, Mike.
Schmitz looks like he's moving very fast as well. Seems to be getting the ball back from Dalton Bargo. Right back on the mound, ready to go. Waiting for his sign and going through with his delivery.
As he delivers once again in the even count. That's going to be swung on, popped up in the infield. Mosey on over. This is a new Harbor Hawk at second base, Mr. Coonan. Mike, with that out, 1 down. Paul Schmitz, 4 outs already.
Yeah, 4 outs already. I forget what he did in this last game. Is it 4 innings?
I'm not sure, Mike.
I think he went about 4 innings, if I'm not mistaken, in his last outing. And he's already got 1 1/3 under his belt, quick.
This pitch is delivered, going to be popped up. This one coming towards us, Mike. Going to stay in play once again, right into the Harbor Hawks dugout. Blaine Wink there, making a nice catch off the bounce, sitting next to Josh Ock. Shout out Blaine Wink and Josh Ock.
Neither one of them getting any work on the mound today, saving up for the playoffs, getting ready, but still locked into the game, making sure stay on their toes. You mentioned it, Blaine Wink off the bounce right there. Nice little grab.
Mike, that pitch was fouled off by the third baseman Ryan Sprock here, and an 0-1 count in his second at bat. Paul Schmitz deliver. That one's going to be sprayed to right field. Eddie Pelk running behind it. Going to pick it up, but it's going to fall safe for a single here. 1 on, 1 out for the YD Red Sox.
Great piece of hitting there. You mentioned getting ahead in the count for the Harbor Hawks. Got ahead in the count there, but really just a great swing on that ball, putting it right in front of Pelk in right field, just over second base and first base. Beautiful piece of hitting going the other way.
Great piece of hitting. I couldn't have said it any better myself. He came into that at bat looking to swing, and he did damage because of it. And now he brings up his teammate, Talmadge LaCroix, designated hitter here tonight, Mike. Another first pitch and another swing and miss for this YD Red Sox team. They're looking to get after it early in counts here. Once again, Paul Schmitz ahead, 0-1. Hopefully this time he can get the out with that.
LaCroix looked like he wanted to tie that ball game with that swing right there. He swung for the fences, I'll tell you what.
That's for sure, Mike, as Paul gets ready to deal this one. Throws it, going to be low. Dalton Bargo traps it as to not allow the runner to advance to scoring position. Count here 1-1 with 1 out.
I think that's been an underrated aspect of this Harbor Hawks organization. This entire team over the course of the summer has been the catching defense, just super solid behind the plate, up and down. 3 catchers right now that are all playing super solid behind the dish.
As Paul Schmitz delivers another one low out of the zone, going to be a 2-1 count. Yeah, Mike, it started from the beginning of the season. Camden Janik, Manny Garza, 2 good defensive catchers. And then we move forward. Cannon Peebles is the one that Mitch Carragher has raved about the most recently, but his teammate, Dalton Bargo, behind the dish today, doing well defensively himself. As that one's going to be fouled straight back once again into this professional netting. Counts can be tied here at 2-2.
The netting actually did not save that woman's water bottle from getting hit by that baseball. Unfortunate for her. Looks like it's okay, though. She picked it back up. No dents in it. She's putting it right back there. She's confident that netting's going to protect it the second time around.
Looks like a thermos, Mike, so I think it's built for things of this nature. No pull-and spring plastic water bottle, thankfully. As Schmitz is going to get ready to deal here in the 2-2 count, 1 down. So he swung on, fouled straight back once again. Water bottles are safe this time as the amazing Hyannis Harbor Hawks ball boy trots out to grab that one.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought that was going right for that thermos again. It looked like it almost was. that woman's laughing right now. She seems to not be too worried about it. I would definitely be removing that thermos from that ledge right there, but she trusts the MLB netting.
Potentially targeted attack here from Mr. LaCroix. Unsure. And that one's going to be swung through for strike 3. Big strikeout there for Paul Schmitz. 2 outs now. Runner on first. Looking to escape this inning once again unscathed after allowing a man on base, Mike.
Definitely, this Harbor Hawks' entire pitching staff has been great, working through base runners. A lot of walks here and there, singles, but really overall this team's been limiting runs at a super good rate. And that's been, working with runners on base, pitching out of the stretch, and not really getting too worried about it, staying good with your approach and just delivering pitches. And you mentioned it, getting ahead in the count has been huge.
Getting ahead of the count there again. First pitch strike against Phoenix call here. 0-1 count, 2 down. Hawks still up 3-1 in this matchup. But YD, for the past few innings, has been threatening. Man on first now with 2 down in the inning. Schmidt's going to throw over to first base. That's going to get past the defender. And that YD Red Sox is going to trot over into scoring position. 2 down. But 1 in scoring position now for the YD Red Sox, Mike. Ryan Sprock sitting pretty at second base.
That might have been an announcer's jinx on my part, calling, working well out of the stretch, not getting too worried about base runners, and then obviously an errant pickoff move that, gets YD a base runner, but still only second base, 2 outs. You're just focused on the batter here if you're Paul Schmitz.
Luckily for Paul Schmitz, he's ahead in this count. He has leverage. Hopefully he can use that to his advantage and get call out here. So pitch is delivered. That's going to be inside. Call's going to turn his back to it. Not going to get hit by it, but it is going to be a ball. It's going to be a 1-1 count here for Paul Schmitz.
Schmitz looking for a sign here.
Schmitz looks like he's trying, maybe disagreeing with Dalton Bargo here. But he settles in, likes this pitch call. Takes a disengagement here.
So having that runner on second base, obviously you got to change up your signs. Don't want the base runner to be able to signal to his teammate, the hitter, what the pitch is that's coming. So got to change up the signs a little bit of confusion, but here we go.
So the pitch is delivered and going to be swung on, popped up in the infield. Paul Schmitz going to get called off by the first baseman there, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Once again, runner gets on, no problem for number 29 and Paul Schmitz, Mike. He's going to get through this 4th inning unscathed. And with that, I'm going to have to let go of Mike Maynard. Mike, thank you so much for joining us for this 4th inning. Stay tuned for who's here with me in the 5th.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Trotting back onto the mound for the 5th inning is number 27, Daniel Powell, getting ready to face off with the Tennessee Volunteer in Dalton Bargo. And joining me, Mikey Lucario, Director of Baseball Operations, who also joined me last night. Mikey, welcome back, dude.
Thank you, Matt. Great to be back. Haven't been on the broadcast this year yet, so excited to be here.
Exciting for you, Mikey, and exciting to potentially see Dalton Bargo's 2nd home run of the night. I have to say, when I jumped into the booth, we saw 2 back-to-back homers. Maybe you can give us the same luck here.
I would really hope so. I mean, Peebles and Bargo crushed those balls, and it was pointed out to me. Both those hit with Matt Coates in the booth, so.
That's for sure here as Bargo's going to take the first pitch. Squaring to bunt. Going to bunt right back towards the pitching mound. He's going to get past the pitcher. And Dalton Bargo, successful bunt single here. Mikey, that was not on my bingo card.
No, he's not the kind of guy that I would expect to drop that one down. But, I mean, that's Harbor Hawks baseball right there. You know, you're getting on base however you can, whether you're a big power guy or whatever.
Harbor Hawk baseball indeed. Shout out General Manager Nick Johnson. Play style we know he's loving right now. And in my
He's all
earpiece,
smiles.
I'm getting word that Dalton Bargo called that last inning in the on-deck circle. He said, hey, I'm going to lay one down, and I'm going to get on. And he, in fact, laid one down and got on. As it looks like Mr. Carmichael is having some earpiece issues. So, Mikey, is that a Boomer Schooner hat I see on their catcher?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Talk to me about your guy.
I mean, this unfortunately is nothing new for him. We have pitch comm difficulties at our place all the time, but yeah, I mean, Easton's he started our everyday catcher, and then ended up a catcher DH role. But he's got a great bat. Performed well up here. He was a all-star starter at DH for the Eastern Division, and it's been really cool to see him up here. And guys, we've got Sooners all over the Cape, and it's been getting to see those guys at school and then come up here, and even Grant Stevens on our team. See them relive that success is really awesome.
First pitch comes into JP Acosta. That's going to be taken for a strike. Dalton Bargo on first, no out as the Harbor Hawks are up 3-1 here in this affair. And for those of you at home who don't know, Mikey Lucario works with the Oklahoma baseball team. That's why he knows Easton Carmichael and Grant Stevens and others so well. As JP Acosta swings at that pitch low in zone, going to foul straight back. So he falls back 0-2 in the count. But Mikey, the Fresno City product, big game last night. Big double off the wall at McKeon Park. Not necessarily the friendliest of parks for a hitter in center field, but he's making his mark known right away.
Yeah, it's been super cool. We first heard that Mitch was bringing his guy up, and I was sitting in the bleachers at Brewster with a couple of our interns, and we had pulled up his synergy, only like 6 batted balls of data, but we watched about 4 base hits, and I was kind of bought in just from right there. It was really fun swing. He's a really athletic kid, really good in the box. He's got a lot of power. I think once he's at a JUCO, he'll be a difference maker for probably a Power 5 program at some point.
As Acosta fouled that one behind the left base bag, but was not caught. Going to stay alive here. Is Dalton Bargo going to take it to second base as the ball gets by the YD Red Sox catcher and Easton Carmichael. No out, 1 in scoring position. Gotta like your odds in this half inning if you're the Harbor Hawks, Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, leadoff guy on is always super huge to have, especially in this league. I mean, it's a close game here. Everyone you can get is super valuable, and getting that leadoff guy on and taking any free pass you can get, really good read there from Dalton to recognize the dirt ball and go.
Powell here squares away, throws another pitch. That one's going to be well outside. Easy take for Acosta to even the count, 2-2. Mikey, talking with Dalton Bargo at second, it's great to see here game 40 between two teams who have clinched the 1 seed in their respective divisions. You got to put up a lineup. Dalton Bargo, a national champion, been a great player for the Harbor Hawks in the lineup tonight. Still working hard, bunting for singles, getting to second base. Great to see as Acosta fouls one straight back towards the cars there behind home plate. I didn't hear anything. Hopefully they're all right. You got to cross your fingers every time you see a foul ball here, Mikey.
Yeah. Pulled in and had to move back to the third row to avoid the balls.
Yeah, shout out to our broadcast crew. Last time we came to Red Wilson Field, I parked far too close. Nico Irons and Jacob Sharp said, hey, guys. Oh, I'm going to wear my earpiece. This was talked about on the broadcast already. Well, shout out my friends once again. Potentially saved my car as JP Acosta continues to stay alive, fighting another pitch off behind the third base bag towards the YD Red Sox dugout. Hopefully that wasn't targeted. No need to get feisty in this affair. Powell working here, fighting in this count. About to throw the 8th pitch of the bat to the JUCO product, and it's going to be a check swing down to the third baseman. Bargo running to third is not going to make it. Crafty play there by Sprock out there, number 29 for the YD Red Sox. Gets Bargo out there. 1 down, runner on first base. Still get a guy on base, Mikey, but not as favorable position as we had with Bargo.
Yeah, that was good heads-up play there from Sprock, seeing the runner coming to third. Recognized he couldn't get the out at first. Acosta's got good enough speed to beat that out. Kind of a funky check swing ball in play there, but good defense there. Hawks still rolling. Still got runners on. Still a chance to score.
Coming into the plate, number 7, the left-hander Eddie Saldivar. Bargo, maybe overly aggressive base running there, but in a game you're already ahead. It's Harbor Hawk baseball. Sometimes you're going to try to get that extra bag there. You got to respect the effort, especially with no outs, Mikey. Still a chance to knock on the door and bring some more runs across.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness. I know it's it's a game that quote-unquote doesn't matter. We've both got the 1 seeds locked up, but still good to, come out, play your style of ball, be aggressive, and, want to have fun and want to score.
Saldivar is going to foul a ball back behind home plate there. 0-2 in the count here with 1 down.
Saldivar is really impressive. He was a really big prep guy at high school, went to Fresno. Really cool to come watch him perform up here. Him and JP both, both Fresno guys, both character guys.
As that ball is going to be a pitch out there, Carmichael trying to see if he could backpick our runner at first base there. Luckily, heads up running from JP Acosta, gets back standing. No throw even from Carmichael.
Yeah, Eddie Saldivar at Fresno State, where brother of our head coach, Mitch Carricker, is an assistant coach. So cool to see 2 Fresno guys that both play for the Carrickers up on the Harbor Hawks.
That pitch is going to be high and outside. Saldivar looked like he wanted to swing there, but did a good job of checking, keeping himself alive with 2 strikes already in the count. Count now even. 2-2, 1 down. Powell going to throw over to first base there. Acosta sliding in head first, going to make it safely. Acosta, Mikey, been working in this game so far. Doing good. Like we mentioned, it's game 40 for 2 teams who clinched, but you need to get 27 outs in this affair. And they got their guy out there working hard. Caleb Williams did good in his appearance, and then Mr. Powell doing well in his time as well. 2-2 count here. Powell's going to get ready to deliver one. That one's going to bounce in front of home plate as JP Acosta takes off and is going to make it to second base without a throw. Full count here to Saldivar. Now with the runner in scoring position, Mikey.
Yeah, more heads-up base running by the Hawks. This is how we play ball, and it's good to see even these new guys here getting acclimated and learning the play style quick, being aggressive on the base paths. Powell's pretty quick to the plate, and he's got some speed on the fastball, so impressive to run like that.
As Saldivar is going to swing through a pitch elevated in the zone there, going to go down on strikes. 2 down now for the new Harbor Hawk, Dawson Bryce, right-handed batter, stepping into the plate. Mikey, first game for Dawson. Talking about his game.
Yeah, Dawson is from Merrimack. He's actually transferring to UNC Charlotte in, I believe, the American Conference.
Oh, it's going to be throw to second. It's going to get by. No one covering second base there. JP Acosta sliding into third base. 2 down, Mikey, but a man 90 feet away from making this a 4-1 ball game.
That's what we like to see. Yeah. But going back to Dawson Bryce, he had a really good summer in the Futures League this year. Also at school, he had 1,000 OPS at Merrimack, 950 OPS in the Futures League. So
that pitch is going to be swung on high in the zone. Going to be an 0-1 count here.
Guy with 13 RBIs in 13 games. So, hopefully he can continue that success and drive one in right here.
Certainly would love to see that. Would be a great way for him to start his Harbor Hawk career. The big RBIs. That pitch is going to be inside. Get past Carmichael and JP Acosta. Trot through. Good thing he made it to third, Mikey, because then on the next time, he made it to home plate. 4-1 Harbor Hawks in this matchup. Pitch inside there as we saw Dawson jump back out of the way a little bit, just too far inside. Carmichael was not able to get that left hand across and snag that ball. Got behind him, trickled back towards the backstop. JP Acosta able to make it through. Dawson is going to swing, pop that one up. Easton Carmichael settles under it and makes a big out. 3 down, but not before the Harbor Hawks cross home plate. 4-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the fifth.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Coming into pitch for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, number 25, Mason Martinez, right-handed pitcher out of Virginia Commonwealth. Mikey, had a few appearances so far for the Hawks. Talk to me about what Martinez has done for us.
Yeah, Martinez, a few appearances now. It started out pretty solid, really rough outing last time at Chatham. 2 grand slams in 1 inning. And I think this is going to be big for him. It's really tough mentally to come back from an outing like that, especially because, he comes in, it's a close game, gives up an 8th spot in 1 inning. And, you could kind of see he was a little defeated. But he's been working in the bullpen with our player development guy, Austin Wallace, who's done a lot of really good work with a lot of our pitchers. So hopefully he's, helped him out, helped him mentally reset, and is going to come out here and perform. I think this is good, a relatively low leverage situation. Just kind of work your stuff back in. Should be hopefully beneficial to him and get a good performance here.
Certainly will be good. Always tough to come off an outing like he had in Chatham, but clearly a pitcher that this organization has faith in. Going to put him in game 40 here. Hopefully, like you said, Mikey, allow him to settle in, get that mindset right. So as we potentially get into a deep playoff run, he's an arm that we have faith in, and more importantly, he has faith in himself.
Yeah, he can do it. He's a high leverage pitcher for Virginia Commonwealth University, who was in a loaded regional with Wake Forest in East Carolina, performed well at school, transferring to Florida State, so obviously they trust him as well. He's got the stuff to perform.
He's going to face the left-handed hitter Skylar King here to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. Going to be pitched low and inside, called for a strike. Mike, if I know anything about Florida State University, they have great Hyannis Harbor Hawk potential. A lot of Florida State guys come down here to Hyannis, and they perform very well for us. So Mason Martinez doing the reverse, coming to Hyannis and then going to Florida State, as that pitch is going to be fouled off towards Hyannis Harbor Hawks dugout. Shout out Blake Cavill, making the scoop over the wall with the water cup in his mouth. Great dexterity there for number 33.
That's how you got to do it. Soft hands, look the ball in, keep possession.
That's just a sign of a great defensive first baseman. Shout out Blake there, always locked in. The pitch is going to be delivered and swung on and driven to right field. Eddie Pelk going to get there, not able to make the catch, taking off the wall, firing towards second base.
Oh.
As we have a close play, and J.P. Acosta will lay down the tag as Skylar King slid into second and then rolled past the bag. Big out here for the Harbor Hawks. Maybe a loud out for Martinez, Mikey, but an out nonetheless.
Eddie Pelk continuing the defensive excellence we've seen from this Harbor Hawks outfield all season long. I believe it was Nico Sharp earlier in the season said that the 70% of the earth is covered by water and the other 30% is covered by this Harbor Hawks outfield. They have been awesome. Kepley, amazing speed. Josh Tate, amazing speed. And Eddie Pelk, good speed guy also with a great arm. So glad to get that defense back for this outfield, especially after losing someone like Nick Rose in the middle of the year. He has been fantastic filling in that role.
Great arm that he just flashed there with an amazing throw to J.P. Acosta. Was able to make a nice tag as King went over the bag. But now, Michael Ball standing at the plate, and he's going to swing, put the second pitch of the at-bat towards the Hawks second baseman. And he's going to get a close out there at first base. His ball was hustling down the line, but nonetheless, 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, a really good start to the inning here for Martinez. I know that first one was a pretty loud out, hard contact, but, soft ground ball there. 2 quick outs, that's what you want to see for him. Get in and get rolling efficiently, and get back in that mindset of, I'm here to dominate and I'm here to win.
And you got to imagine he's feeling good with that out. Because Michael Ball had a homer in his first plate appearance here to start the game, so he's got to be feeling good that he gets a quality hitter like that out quickly too, just on 2 pitches. Got a strike, and then got a ground out there. The dangerous leadoff hitter hitting .297 on this Cape Cod Baseball League season. Now facing the YD Red Sox shortstop, great. Behind 1-0 in the count, he's going to deliver a ball. Fouled straight back, even 1-1.
He is a great athlete. I saw him live actually opening weekend. We played Oregon opening day of the season, and he was there. I saw him throughout the weekend at Globe Life, and he's a kid who considered for a little bit bringing up here just because of his athleticism, and he's got some power, sneaky power in there too.
So that pitch is going to be swung once again towards second base. Clean play, clean throw over, easy third out. Mason Martinez, Mikey, coming off a tough outing, doing great in that bottom of the 5th inning.
That's what we wanted to see.
3 up, 3 down. Michael, thank you so much for joining us, guys. I'm leaving as well. Thank you so much for listening to us as the Harbor Hawks are going to head into the 6th inning with a 4-1 lead.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your team.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Welcome back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network, where 2 new faces are here on the broadcast side of things. I'm going from behind the camera to in front of the camera. I'm Charlie Adams, entering my freshman year at the University of Rhode Island, and I'm alongside Daniel Bottolino, one of our producers.
Yeah, really good to be here. Great time so far, up with the Hawks up 4-1. And it's a kind of a relaxing day, It's a good day. Number 1 seed clinched. We're all having fun. We're coming in off the bench, and it's nice.
Yeah, well, if you're a fan of change, sorry. But if you're not a fan of change, you're in luck. We'll be with you for the rest of this broadcast. Me and D-Bot taking you in for these final 4 innings, and we'll pick up in the 6th inning with the Harbor Hawks at the plate. Daniel Powell still on the mound for the Red Sox.
Yeah, Powell's still on the mound. He's been decent so far. A little bit of trouble with the control, but he's gotten the outs, only 1 run out, and he's kept them in the game so far.
Coonan will lead us off for the Hawks. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Takes the first pitch in for a ball. Jake Coonan struck out and then flown out to center field in his 2 at-bats today. And strike called there. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I find these guys really interesting. These guys that are fresh into the league, they're jumping in 1 game before a big playoff run. And you wonder what their mentality is and how they're handling all of this.
Ground ball towards the third base. Shortstop fields it deep. Throw on to first, and good play there by Garotti for the out.
Yeah, that's a heck of a play. Getting it gets by the third baseman. You kind of think it's in no man's land. Backhands it and kind of fields it off of his back foot, so he has the momentum throwing forward. He makes a really good, strong throw, got in good position, and that's just as fundamental as it gets.
Lineup flips over to Kane Kepley, who is 1 for 1 with a single and 2 hit by pitches today. Hits in all at-bats. Takes ball 1 high to start off his 4th at-bat. His second look against Powell. Couple stolen bases on the day, as he'll take that for a strike.
Man,
1-1 count.
It really has been the quintessential Caden Kepley game, hasn't it? A couple of hit-by pitches, a single, going on base a bunch of times.
Well, the leadoff bat, and you always want him to get on base, and he's done that better than almost anyone you could think of. Fouling that one off, it's 1-2.
Yeah, broke the wood bat walk record yesterday for the Hawks. It's been talked about a lot. It took him a while, but I mean, he was as good as anybody in the first half of the season this year. Slowed down a little bit. I think teams could kind of start to figure him out, but he's made some key adjustments as of late and has really started hitting again.
The 1-2 from Powell misses. It's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Up high. Count full now of 3-2.
He's also a guy that has a knack for the big moment. Walk-off hit in the All-Star game. Has scored the walk-off run in a couple of games this season.
Full count pitch going to be popped up in play for the catcher, Carmichael, who goes on his back foot to make the catch and put away Kepley for the second out.
Yeah, that's coming straight down. It's tailing back on those plays. So try to get the mask off. The ball's not coming towards you like it is as an outfielder. The ball's coming straight down, and it's really tough to get a read on those. And that's why you see oftentimes them having to reach back, because it's got that spin on it that's going to keep coming down and keep tailing away from you.
A cloudy day here at Red Wilson Field. Some threatening clouds, but it's what it's been all day. As Josh Tate steps into the box. And the first pitch from Powell is good for a strike. It's 0-1. Tate on the day, 0 for 2 with a walk. Powell's 0-1 pitch. Go inside, it's 1-1. One count. Powell working from the set, firing in the dirt, and bouncing away 2-1. On deck batter Eddie Pelk goes out and retrieves the ball as count now 2-1. Tate will watch that in, and it evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, Tate, another guy, very similar skill set.
And that froze Tate there for strike 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Daniel Powell sends us to the bottom of the 6th inning with the score still 4-1. Hyannis leads.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
After a 1-2-3 inning for Mason Martinez, his service is no longer needed for the heart of the Red Sox order. It's Cade Brown on the mound to replace him.
Yeah, Cade Brown, the Sacramento State Hornet, second team freshman All-American this season, during the spring season, I should say. And for him, 10th appearance, 14 and a third innings, 8 earned, ERA of 5.02. A guy with a very over-the-top delivery, fastball, slider, splitter. And the splitter is by far his best pitch. That's his pitch that he'll grip before he comes set. And that's his get-out pitch. The late break, the late hard downward movement. And he's been really solid. He's been a consistent force of the pen for them. He's got to throw strikes. Sometimes he gets hit. That's been the issue with him this season. But 19 Ks to just 3 walks. So he's not going to walk a lot of guys, and he's going to make them hit you. Unfortunately for him, maybe one of the best hitters in the league, maybe the best hitter in the league, is who's at the plate.
Yeah, we've heard the case made by multiple broadcast teams on our side today for Ethan Petrie as that man feared by most of this league, and he'll lead it off 1 for 2 on the day with a single in his last at-bat. As Bargo returns behind the plate after a quick meeting on the mound with the new arm, Cade Brown. Brown's first pitch has Petrie leaning out of the way for ball 1.
Yeah, Petrie, as they mentioned, the most outstanding pro prospect. He was awarded that before the game today, and for good reason. A potential top 10 pick in next year's draft.
Brown misses low, now falling behind 2-0 on the dangerous Petrie. It's a big honor. The commissioner coming in pregame for a nice ceremony before we took you live on air.
I mean, that's as meaningful as an award as any. Maybe MVP. It really rivals MVP in this league.
Pop up in foul territory, now drifting back in play. Saldivar makes the out.
That's a good job by Cade Brown to not give in there on the 2-0, not just try to groove him something, make a good pitch.
Anthony Martinez up to the dish. Tall standing lefty playing first base today for the Red Sox. Cade Brown set for the pitch and delivering it high and outside for ball 1.
And just to finish the thought on Petrie, I mean, you look at guys who have won that award over the years here, Mark Teixeira, Andrew Miller, Matt Wieters. We're talking about legit all-stars, legit stars. Jeff Hoffman, who was just for Hyannis in 2013, who was just made his first all-star team. I mean, that award means something in this league, and it means something to, scouts.
Brown's next pitch fouled off.
Last year's winner, Cam Smith, Hyannis Harbor Hawk, got drafted 14th overall.
Half swing. And at the plate, home plate umpire Cameron Damati ruling that a strike. The 1-2 pitch, just outside, 2-2. It's a 2-2 count, 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll be grounded down the first baseline, rolling foul, stays 2-2.
Martinez is everything you could want out of a hitter like him. Discipline, more walks than strikeouts in the spring season. 74 RBIs, 9 home runs, 316 batting average. I mean, all Big West first team, UC Irvine guy, and they're lucky to have him.
Cade Brown's pitch will be grounded to the second baseman, Coonan. Throw onto Bryce for the out. And quickly, Cade Brown, 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th.
That's Cade Brown's MO. Pitch the contact, get weak contact, get ground balls. That's what he did there.
Easton Carmichael now up to the plate. Carmichael 0 for 2. And doing the catching for YD. The Red Sox do have some action in their bullpen. Bullpen at Red Wilson down the left field foul line as the first pitch from Brown to Carmichael misses. It's 1-0. One 1-0 from Cade Brown is going to be fouled up and out of play. Some fans scrambling, some looking to make a play on it, and Kyrie Irving might have just come up with that baseball.
Duke Kyrie Irving, nevertheless.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've been to, every game this season as a producer, every road game. I've never seen a ball get caught in the air.
It's a bit dangerous as Cade Brown gets a big swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt.
Not when you have a glove. I mean, you'd think eventually someone would catch it, but also it's a lot of little kids scrambling around. They all get in one area, and then they all back off as the ball is actually falling down. Survival instincts kick in. You'd think somebody would catch one in the air.
1 ball, 2 strike as Carmichael dribbles it to Saldivar at third base to throw onto first. Not in time. Ryan DeMare, the first base umpire, right on top of it, says Carmichael beat it to the bag.
There's been a few of those for YD this game. For a team that's clinched the 1 seed, they're hustling on everything. And that time, just beat it, bang, bang. Ump's got a better angle than us. So,
an infield single for Carmichael. The stretch from Dawson Bryce, not enough. And this inning will continue with Cade Brown now working with a runner on. 1 pitch, 1 swing to the shortstop Acosta, who flips onto Coonan for the out. And that will do it for the bottom of the 6th inning. No score. Runner left on first base. As the score remains 4-1, you're watching the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Top of the 7th inning here at Red Wilson Field, and it's a new arm in for the YD Red Sox. Daniel Powell, after 2 2/3 innings, is relieved by Noah Schakowsky.
Yeah, Schakowsky transfer from A10 to ACC, St. Bonaventure to Pitt of North Huntington, Pennsylvania, the sophomore. A little bit of a high ERA in the spring, 15 appearances, 10 starts, a 7.26 ERA. But a big strikeout guy, 48 Ks, 53 and a third innings pitched, 23 walks, and a guy who has fared fairly well here, and he's just trying to keep them within striking distance. In a 2 1/3 inning, 3 earned, 2 walks, 3 Ks here, but a small sample size.
So Powell finishes his day with 1 run, unearned, gave up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and will leave the heart of the order to the new arm in for the Red Sox. And it starts off with the 3-hole bat, Eddie Pelk.
Yeah, not exactly been Pelk's day. Couple of strikeouts, a hit by pitch, so the one time he did get on, it was painful.
First pitch strike from the new wing. Oh, 1 pitch in the dirt. It's 1-1. Cannon Peebles waits on deck. The 1-1 pitch is in there. It's 1-2. Strike on the outside. Sakauchi, 6'1", pitching from the right side here. As the lefty, Eddie Pelk, takes it low in the dirt. It's 2-2.
Yeah, I think of all the really solid things our baseball ops team has done here in Hyannis this year, they've been great at finding the outfielders when we've lost them.
Pop up, out of play, foul. It stays 2-2.
You know, you lose Groves, you lose Parker Brocious early in the year, and you've been able to find production after production after production with Carson Bowles, who just recently left, Pelk and Tate, all coming in mid-season and being really good acquisitions. A team that really didn't have a whole lot of depth early on.
Yeah, the pitch missed outside. It's full 3-2. And depth is really what separates these teams in the Cape League, especially now with the draft playing a bigger factor than ever, as the 3-2 pitch bounces off the plate, and Pelk will take his base on the free pass. Runner on first for Cannon Peebles stepping up here. He's 1 for 3 on the day, but that one was a big one for the Hawks.
Yeah, 419-foot bomb right out to dead center, and part of a back-to-back home runs. He was the first one, and his Tennessee teammate Dalton Bargo was the other, and it was a shot. You know, Red Wilson Field, kind of a little notorious for being a hitter's park. That was gone in 10 out of 10 stadiums.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Pelk leads off first and now scurries back on the pickoff. As Peebles waits at the plate for the first pitch of the bat. Going back to the depth, it's a big part with the draft, and you're seeing some of our depth here on the broadcast side.
Yeah.
Going all the way down the ladder here, even to the mere cameraman.
But you know, we had like 8 different really good broadcasters. Bet you didn't know that.
There you go. As after the first pitch misses low, going to be a mound visit coming from Carmichael. Bit of a scramble there for Carmichael to block it. Maybe a bit of a mix-up with the new arm.
Yeah, a lot of these pitchers that we're seeing today, you know, you don't want to use your strongest arms in a game that is virtually meaningless. You know, haven't been here a while, so they're still trying to get on the same page with their catchers. Catchers are still trying to get a feel for how these pitches move. They're oftentimes the warm-up pitches that they're catching are the first time they've caught them at all.
Zukowski catches his own there. It's 1-1.
Just finishing the thought on depth. I mean, there was a time where Casey Hintz, an all-star relief pitcher for the Harbor Hawks, was playing left field. You know, he plays a little bit of two-way at Arizona, but definitely a kind of a pitcher through and through, and he was playing left field just because they needed to have someone out there.
Now back-to-back pickoffs over to Pelk, who dives in safely both times.
And to his credit, he played a solid defensive left field. He did what he needed to do. But, I mean, this is as good of a defensive and offensive outfield as you'll find on Cape.
Peebles watches the strike in, and Carmichael threatened to throw down the first. Pelk is taking a lot of attention here over at first base. Pitcher set. Pitch half swung on, and it looked like a piece of it fouled off by Peebles. But I caught a bigger piece of the catcher, Carmichael.
Yeah, he's in some pain here. Got him on the elbow, it looked like. Foul tip on the check swing, deflected right onto the elbow, and you never want to see that.
In this game, of course, you've probably heard it from almost everyone here. It doesn't really matter. But Carmichael now meeting with the trainer behind home plate.
And that's your biggest fear, right, in these games. You know, you got to go out there, you got to play, and you got to try, but you don't want to lose a player. So hopefully he's all right. Even if it wasn't a virtually meaningless game, hopefully he would be all right.
These clouds might play a factor as this game goes on. Darker and rolling in. And at this field, like another field on the Cape, home of Cotuit Lowell Park, no lights, so.
Yeah, no lights here, no lights in Cotuit, no lights in Brewster. Brewster actually starts their games at 4 after the All-Star break. These games are 4:30 starts at Cotuit, and here after the All-Star break. And
you know, usually as producers, that's a good thing for us when those lights come out and it's too dark to play. Get to go home a little earlier, or at least know when you're going home. But we're trying to get our reps in here on the mic. Hope that the sun cooperates, or at least the clouds, as Carmichael will come out of this game.
Yeah, Carmichael out. You know, hopefully he's okay, and hopefully this is there's no reason to keep him in type of deal. But they'll have the new backstop in.
It's Charlie Somm, and now he's going to have to get on page with the new pitcher.
Yeah, so it'll be a brief delay here. He'll probably catch a few warm-ups coming off the bench, cold turkey a little bit here.
And, you know, for Somm, he's coming into a new game, and hopefully it's just precautionary for Carmichael coming out, as you don't need this. He looked to be pretty all right, shaking his hand a little as he came off the field. It looks like we're stepping right back into play.
He doesn't want to waste any time. I appreciate that.
Just a little conversation is all Somm needs to step back there. And we resume a 1-2 count on Cannon Peebles. Make that 2-2 as that misses outside.
Peebles, I mean, he's it's been the same story for him this season for the Harbor Hawks. Hard contact, unlucky. Finally,
2-2 fouled off.
Finally earned the home run there, and I know it had to feel so good for him to get that dinger.
I mean, you can't argue with his taste. Switching to number 2 is a great call.
Mm-hmm.
If it's available and they let you do it, why not?
And the guy who wore it before him was the hottest bat on the team when he left, Anthony Silva.
Another pickoff move over to first base. Eddie Pelk once again back in safely.
A guy who had kind of a similar season to Peebles. He was hitting the ball hard, getting really unlucky at first, and then his luck turned around. So
now Pelk goes, pitch low, and the newly inserted Somm can't hold on to it on the transfer. It's a clean stolen base for Eddie Pelk.
Eddie Pelk, not quite the speed that Tate or Kepley has, but can run above average speed, but not, elite speed like Kepley or Tate. And got a good jump there, and there was never any chance at getting him out, I think. Low pitch.
Pelk proving the worries right for this YD defense as that pitch runs inside and clips Peebles. Another hit by pitch for this Harbor Hawks team.
That's been a lot of the base runners they have came on the hit by pitches. King Kepley got hit by a pitch twice. Pelk got hit by a pitch. Saldivar has been hit by a pitch. And I believe that's the 5th hit by pitch today.
And here's Dalton Bargo now, another Tennessee product. And the second half of the back-to-back home runs that the Harbor Hawks delivered over in the 3rd inning. He swings and fouls one out of play on the first pitch he sees from Zukowski.
Yeah, and he knew it his off the bat. Did a little pimp job. When you hit it that far, you definitely can.
Pelk on second, Peebles on first. Nobody out in the top of the 7th inning. Harbor Hawks with a 3-run lead, making headway towards increasing that as that misses low. It's 1-1.
Team will have an off day tomorrow, a much needed off day before the one-game playoff against either Wareham or Bourne. Their seeding still to be decided today.
And big swing there knocking the elbow guard as Dalton Bargo swings through. It's 1-2.
And Bourne doing their part. So if Bourne wins and Wareham loses, they would jump into the 3 seed, or they would jump into the 3 seed. Wareham would fall down to the 4. And
1-2 fouled off out of play.
Bourne doing their part right now, up 10-5 in the top of the 6th against Katuitt. And Wareham currently trailing early, bottom of the 1st. It's been a shootout so far. Falmouth up 4-2 on them. Falmouth has gotten hot, but as of recently, but it's just been a little too late.
Looks to be ducks on the pond in that game. Bases loaded over in Wareham. Here, runners on first and second, a 1-2 count to Bargo, who swings through that. Strikeout swinging for the first out. Gives J.P. Acosta a chance.
Yeah, Acosta, Carrickers guy. Good contact, good glove.
Runners on first and second. Zukowski up to 20 pitches in his first inning of work. Just 1 out recorded as he misses high with the first pitch. It's 1-0. Now, as the cameraman for the Harbor Hawks, I don't get to go on the road much, or at least I don't have anything to do on the road. So I don't get to try this ballpark food, and I know there's been plenty talk about the ballpark food here in YD. Everywhere around you hear about their donut burger, and they might be sold out by now, but
probably are.
Certainly an interesting, delectable, sweet and savory mix there.
Yeah, so I had it the first time we were here. And it's solid. It fills you up. It's as filling as it gets. If you get a donut burger here, you don't have to worry about going back to a snack bar. But it's solid. I mean, I'm a big burger fan, and I like them. A big controversy, though, is they recommend putting ketchup on the burger.
That just sounds terrible.
So I did it.
Oh, no.
I honestly think it made it a little bit better. I had some of it without it, some of it with it. Adds a little bit of spice. It adds another layer to it, so it's not all just fat and sweet. And it helped.
It's a 2-1 count to Acosta as he looks in, strike 2. Takes a step outside the box as he regathers himself. 2-2 count.
There's one thing I know about Cape League teams. They like to have fun with their donuts and their burgers. Bourne has the Uncrustable burger. Brewster has a ice cream sandwich with a glazed donut as the bread.
Grounded between first and second. It'll get through for a base hit. Spinning around and coming home in safely. Eddie Pelk firing around from second base is in to score. And the Harbor Hawks up 5-1.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece of hitting by J.P. Acosta. That's his game. Finds the hole in right, and there you see the speed. He's a weapon on the base paths, is Eddie Pelk. And they tack on some more insurance. And it's really good to see these guys who will need to have, key moments in the playoffs if you want to make a playoff run. These guys that might not start the game, a guy like Acosta, a guy like Saldivar, or a guy like Bryce or Coonan. But they'll have their key moments. They'll have their opportunities if you make a deep playoff run, and you want to see them have success against the top team.
Speaking of, Saldivar up to the dish, fouling off the first pitch he sees. It's 0-1. On the Acosta single, Cannon Peebles wrapped around from first to third. So another insurance run 90 feet away with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Zukowski takes a peek at first base before delivering the pitch. A high chop to second base. On to second for 1. The bounce onto first. Not in time. A run will score on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, good hustle there. Just had to put the ball in play. He runs pretty well, does Saldivar. Got down the line and earned himself a fielder's choice, but earned the team a run.
Trading it out for a run here. It's 6-1.
You're doing this against a team that that ran away with the East rather, really early in the season. There really wasn't much competition all throughout the season. It was them 1, Chatham 2 all season long, basically. And they've just been dominant all year. And they're going to be a dangerous team come Tuesday.
Dawson Bryce with another high chopper. This one to the shortstop, on to first for the out. A long one from Zukowski out of the bullpen, but he gets it done after 2 runs come across for the Harbor Hawks. They lead 6-1 as we enter stretch time here at Red Wilson Field.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
Welcome back to the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Bottom of the 7th inning, and another new arm on for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, Dominic Carbone, the Coastal Carolina arm, lefty, and he's been a guy who's had a phenomenal turnaround this season. At one point, had a very high ERA, was kind of in low leverage situations, and he has stepped up and gotten a really good role for this team this year. 10th appearance, 12 2/3, 4.97 ERA. He's put in a lot of work with pitching coach Ray Korn to finish his delivery and finish his pitch from the same angle and from the same release point every time. And that has done wonders for him this year to really be a shutdown arm recently. You'll see a sinker, slider, changeup, good late dive on the changeup, and can backdoor the slider to a lefty or to a righty, and can pull it off and miss glove side to a lefty. So you'll see a lot of good action from him.
And Carbone will face the bottom of the Red Sox order.
Not going to be a super high velo guy, kind of a smaller dude, 5'10", 176. But the movement is where he excels.
Talmadge LaCroix leads things off for the Red Sox, fouling off the first pitch to the backstop. Carbone enters this game with a new 5-run lead. Some good offensive efforts in the top of the frame for Hyannis. We're going to translate onto the rubber as that one's fouled off towards the parking lot. It's 0-2. Now, they've been making mention of how close this parking lot is to the field, and my car is definitely not safe because I parked in a nice spot. I think it might be too nice.
I think you'll be okay. I have parked in Hyannis at McKeon Park in the danger zone every game this season, all 20 home games, and I didn't get hit once, or at least to my knowledge.
High pop, just sneaking over the screen into foul territory, over to the crowd. Some kids scaling the dugout. After that foul ball, the trainer for the YD Red Sox jogging over.
Yeah, scary.
Play stopped on the field.
We couldn't see it.
We'll step aside here in the bottom of the 7th, actually.
They look the early
Looks like we're ready
returns.
to resume.
Yeah.
Home plate umpire Parodi stepping over, checking on first base umpire Ryan DeMar to see if we're ready to continue, and it looks like we will be. So we'll resume the action with an 0-2 count. Carbone comes set. The 0-2. Falling in low, it's ball 1-2.
Obviously, we hope the fan is okay. As Carbone trying to lock back in here. Up in the count, 1-2.
Brought a bit of a hush over this ballpark as the 1-2. Missing outside, it's 2-2.
Granted, in this position, wasn't that much noise to begin with. I will say pretty good, pretty well-packed house for not perfect weather and the last game of the season.
Foul ball into the netting behind home plate. It stays 2-2. Well, on paper, this looks like a great game between the two top teams in the league. You might call this a potential matchup for the championship looking at the numbers, but of course, when you're putting in standings implications, there's not much heat between these two teams at the moment.
No.
Regardless of how many hit by pitches.
Yes.
It's a swing and a miss. Sends LaCroix down to the dugout, and the Harbor Hawks and Carbone off to a hot start to the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, really good pitch there. I believe that was the sinker. Hard late breaking action. Wave and miss.
So with one out, up steps Phoenix Call to the plate. Showing bunt and getting it down. Carbone will come off the rubber to field. Throw onto first in time, getting it to Bryce. The 1-3 put out, and quickly 2 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, try to get that bunt down, but a little bit too hard, a little bit too solid contact. And Carbone had time to field it with the glove and turn and fire. It was a close play, but you slow that down a little bit. You put it in that Bermuda Triangle. He's got a base hit, but can't get something going for his offense there.
Yeah, not ideal, especially trying to bunt for a hit. A little too far. And Carbone, that's the side for him to jump off and go field. And now Skylar King will step into the box. King on the day, singled in his last at-bat. And now first pitch swinging to the third baseman, Saldivar, who throws onto first in time for the out. A 1-2-3 inning for Carbone, and we'll head to the top of the 8th inning. You're watching the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Hawks lead 6-1.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
And welcome back to Red Wilson Field. Top half, 8th inning. Daniel Baudolino, Charlie Adams with you. I'll be taking over play-by-play for the rest of this one. I'm a producer, our star camera operator / producer. You've gotten a few reps with that late in the season. And
trying to round it out here.
Yeah. We got jacks of all trades here. Broadcaster, camera operator, and producer. As the leadoff man Bryce takes the ball outside.
Sikowski had 29 pitches after the first inning he worked, giving up 2 runs.
Strike on the outside edge. Here's the 1-1. Misses up and in.
A defensive substitution for Katuit, for YD, and actually on offense as well. Skylar King did not take that last at-bat last inning. It was Gavin Gallagher, who plays left field now for the Red Sox.
As good call on that. Misses low and away. Count runs 2-1 to Coonan. As he'll swing and foul one off straight back. As the kids go for a long chase to that one, that makes the count full. 3-2.
These foul balls, everyone holds their breath and keeps their ears open.
3-2 pitch, chopped on the ground, high chop on one hop to third. Gloves and fires, and holding the bag is Martinez as the throw went a little bit wide for the first out of the top of the 8th, and that will reset the order and bring up Kane Kepley.
It was a productive inning in the 7th that gets Kane Kepley back up to the plate very quickly after flying out to the catcher, pop out in foul territory in the 6th inning.
First pitch to him misses up high. Kepley, one of just 2 position players that has been here the entire season. Him and Michael D'Italo, who gets the much needed and much deserved off day, as that's looked at for a strike. In the pitching staff, Blaine Wink, Aaron Savory, Dominic Carbone, and Cade Brown still here from the original roster, as that's a big wave and a miss from Kepley.
You've really seen Kepley change his approach at the plate throughout the season. It nearly threatened his ability to take over that walk record, but then last game he was taking until it was 2 strikes every at bat, and that got him the 2 walks he needed, so he's back to swinging away.
And here's a ground ball moving to the second base side is the second baseman, fumbles with it, can't pick it up, falls to the seat of his pants, and reaching is Kepley. We'll see if that goes down as a hit or an error, and that will be ruled an error on Michael Ball. So 1-on-1 out here in the top of the 8th for Josh Tate, the center fielder.
The fielder knows when Kepley's coming down that first baseline that they're going to have to be perfect. And after that first bobble, it was all she wrote. Kepley blazing speed down the line. Let's see if he'll try to steal again here.
Already has 2 on the day, as that's fouled straight back by Josh Tate. He walked in the first, flew out or popped out to the second baseman. The second popped out to the catcher in the 4th and reached on a walk or make that strike, struck out looking.
Well, that's always a good sign. When the stretcher leaves empty, that's a good sign for anyone.
Yeah, the woman who was hit with the foul ball is walking out under her own power, followed by some medics, but hopefully that's just precautionary, and we certainly send our best wishes to her as the 1-1 pitch misses high. Hat comes off Chakowski. Gets the sign, takes a peek at Kepley and winds and deals, and it's going to be swung on and fouled off down the right field line off the netting on the side.
I know netting pros are big sponsors of the Cape League, but if you just grab them, you feel them, there's some quality nets right there.
I've heard that ad hundreds of times this season.
I'm sure our viewers at home have already heard it plenty of times as well.
Running is Kepley. Pitch is swung on and popped up foul. That might be a chance for one of our interns. And dropping the ball is one of our interns off his hands and into the chair and gets much deserved boos from the Harbor Hawk faithful. Tosses it to a kid. That kind of redeems himself. But still, a dropped ball.
The drop's unforgivable. And then he gives it to a Yankees fan wearing a Juan Soto jersey.
Wow.
Wouldn't be my pick.
No. He didn't deserve to keep it after that, though, as that's going to be bounced in the dirt. Good block by Song.
It's true.
Wow. And the baseball ops guys are supposed to be the best ball players, too. They're the ones that grew up playing, that were solid at baseball. We have multiple.
At least the baseball ops players know to bow their head when Juan Soto's in the house. Give that honor to Soto.
He has no excuse. The sun's not out.
That's a future Red Sox player right there.
3-2 pitch is fouled off. It's not dark out. He just dropped it.
That was perfect visibility. There was no excuse. But
hey, it's tough. Obviously ragging on him, and deservedly so, but it's not an easy play to make. We won't give him the error there. 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball got him. 2 away. And here is Pelk.
Eddie Pelk comes up to the plate with a couple of strikeouts on his day. Hit by pitch and a walk, so 0 for 2 on the day. Both strikeouts looking. Now steps in from the left side with a runner on first.
First pitch is taken for a strike. Kepley still on first base, being held on by Martinez. Chikowski has given them some quality work here over the past inning and 2/3. Likely his last, he likely won't come out for the 9th, just based on what they've been doing with their arms so far today, as that pitch misses low and in. 1-1.
Yeah, it's another long inning for Chikowski on the mound. He's up to 48 pitches today. The starter, Caleb Williams, coming down from Chicago, finished with 70 pitches, so not too far out of that.
As that is ripped up the middle, a bullet into center field, and now a drop out there by the center fielder. They're going to send Kepley, as Call fumbled with it. Into second is Pelk. Into home is Kepley, and it's 7-1 on the single and E8.
Kepley planned on going to third off the bat. With the bobble in center, he rounded and headed home. The helmet nearly came off, and at that point, you just knock that thing off and let the hair flow. He left it on, and he gets in with the 7th run, for the Harbor Hawks.
So we'll see if they give him the RBI there. That's the Red Sox 3rd error of the game, as Ken Peebles stands in. Home run, hit by pitch, line out, and strikeout for him. So an eventful day for the Hyannis backstop. A big wave and a miss on the first pitch.
No RBI for Eddie Pelk. Going to be a single, and the error allowing Kane Kepley to come in to score, so an unearned run for Chikowski.
So 0-1. Breaking ball misses up. 1-1. Dalton Bargo on deck, having a conversation with some of our interns. Cut and a miss. Foul tip into the glove. 1-2.
Some Tennessee support coming from the on-deck circle to Peebles at the plate. Peebles was hit by pitch his last at-bat, stranded at third base.
1-2. Deals, and that's swung on and popped up into left center. This could be a tough play. In comes Call, and he'll make the grab. That retires the side. So one scored, one left, and after 7.5, your score, 7 Harbor Hawks, 1 Red Sox. You're listening to the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Boy. Okay, we got.
Future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
And welcome back. Bottom half, 8th inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Harbor Hawks, Casey Hintz. What you got on him, Charlie?
Yeah, Casey Hintz, we talked about him being a two-way player earlier in the season. Now he's been mainly a pitcher, his strong suit. He has a sinker slider, changeup mix, a ground ball pitcher. He throws out of the sidearm arm slot, and he's been pretty decent this season. You know, he's coming in, handling these batters, and his slider with that frisbee movement, it can really be a good pitch against these righties as a chase pitch. His changeup, some soft downward tilt, and it hides behind his sinker well. That good tunneling there. His sinker, 95th percentile nationally in vertical movement. He steps onto the mound here with a 6-run lead in the 8th inning.
Yeah, he'll be a guy that will likely be used in high leverage situations for the Hawks in the playoffs. This, not really a high leverage situation, more just trying to get him work. Hasn't pitched in a few days. Try to get him a little bit of work before the playoffs, as it will be a pinch hitter, I believe. Number 24, Jackson Chirillo. Swinging at the first pitch and sending it down the line to left. On the move is Kepley, still on the move. A few feet before the line, makes the catch in fair territory for the first out.
And some good range there from Kepley. It doesn't matter where you put him in the outfield, he'll cover some ground for you.
And so now Ryan Garrity, another pinch hitter.
And this is about what we expected at this point in this game, especially with the score the way it is, to start seeing some new faces coming into this game. Another one here.
Garrity, Franklin, Mass native, Northeastern kid. 1-0 pitch to him is missing outside. So he'll bat for Garrity. His day's done. Ethan Petrie is still standing on deck. There's a strike.
Garrity spent most of his summer in the NECBL with the North Shore Navigators. In 39 games, batted .428.
Two-one pitch. Fouled off himself.
And we've been telling you viewers all day long that this game isn't the most important for the Hawks. And we're not telling you go tune into the ones that really matter for us. But they are some important matchups around the league, with Bourne up 11-5 on Cotuit in the bottom of the 7th. And another one to watch.
As that's taken at the knees, inside edge. Got him looking. First K for Casey Hintz. And it's a backwards one.
Another game to watch around the league is that Falmouth and Wareham matchup. In the middle of the 3rd inning, Falmouth leads 5-3 over Wareham. Wareham had the bases loaded in the bottom of the 1st, squeaked home those 3 runs but couldn't get to tie the game and left the bases loaded, now trailing by 2.
Yeah, a lot of offense happening here around the Cape this Sunday, this regular season finale Sunday, all around. And yeah, Hyannis, they're set. The team they play we won't know till the end of the Wareham game. Either Wareham or Bourne, we will see on Tuesday as that pitch misses inside 3-0 to Ethan Petrie.
We do know that Falmouth is eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yep, it's up in the air for who will travel to McKeon Park this Tuesday live on Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
That's taken for a strike on the 3-0. Makes the count 3-1. Petrie. Grounded out, single and pop out, and now a walk. As he takes low, and that will bring up Anthony Martinez.
Can't be too mad at walking Ethan Petrie. You know what he's capable of.
Yeah, 2-out walk. You can live with it in a 7-1 game.
See how Casey Hintz responds now with a runner on base.
Sure, he'll treat this like he will come from the stretch, but treat it like there's no one on as he takes a strike down the middle.
Hintz pitches with a pitch-by-pitch mindset.
As that catches the umpire, the throw down to second is going to be in time to get him, as that pitch got through Bargo, hit off the chest of the ump. Bargo picked it up and threw him out at second. Oh, kind of a weird play to end the inning, but it does end the inning. So, after 8, the Harbor Hawks lead 7-1.
Get ready for big results with our small machines. With more power, performance, comfort, and savings, they're ready for every job. And we're ready with plenty of inventory, the best support in the business, same-day parts availability, and locations across the Northeast. So you can always be ready to work. Milton Cat, always ready.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes has like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
And welcome back to Red Wilson Field. A little bit of controversy here happening as Cameron Kim, a position player for YD, had came out to pitch, but the umpires decided to call the game. So much to the displeasure of everyone in this ballpark, the Harbor Hawks have won the game.
Well, it was a very nice moment between fans here coming together to let this game continue and hoping to see Cameron Kim, a position player, pitch on the mound. But I'm pretty sure the umpires were somewhat scared for their safety after their warm-up pitch because they let Cameron Kim throw a warm-up pitch, and that was all she wrote for that. So that's going to end the game on a good timing, as we're not going to get to see a position player pitch, but the Hawks hold on to this one, 7-1.
Yeah, so a little disappointing there, but that does make the Harbor Hawks 24-14-2. They'll finish the year with 50 points. YD will finish the season 24-12-4 and have 52 points. We will still wait to see who the Harbor Hawks will play on Tuesday night, but a really good effort from this team tonight.
Yeah, it's been a perfectly solid season. You can't ask for too much more from Harbor Hawks. And at times it didn't really feel like this was going to be the season they were going to have, but they fought through it. They've brought in some new guys, and they've continued to build up here. And now as we enter the playoffs, we're at a good place here for the Hawks, and they pick up a good 7-1 win to enter the postseason.
Absolutely. So that will do it for us from Red Wilson Field. Let's see if I can get everybody who was on the broadcast tonight. For our producer / color commentator for the third inning, Chase Avery. For Jacob Irons, who was producing
for the third inning.
For Josh Schreiber and Nico Sharp, Mikey, Director of Baseball Ops Mikey, Mike Maynard, Charlie Adams, Daniel Baudolino, Matt Coates, and whoever else I missed. I'm Daniel Baudolino saying good night from Red Wilson Field. We'll see you Tuesday.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients.